Good morning, LKN. 7:06. Happy Thursday to you. All the way to it. All the way to the end of the week.
We're almost there, guys. We're so close. And if you had spring break last week and this has been the longest week of your life, just hang on. We're here with you.
Here's one of my favorite things about Thursday.
Yeah.
And it happens at about 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Live, Work, Play, LKN newsletter comes out. And I get my full weekend deets. Because Thursday, you look forward to the weekend. And we talked to Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist, yesterday. It's going to be hot.
It's going to be real hot.
It's going to be hot.
You're going to find out in the newsletter today just how hot. But all the events that are coming up, some local news, just the fun stuff. We don't do anything too hard. There's no Birkdale story in there, guys. Not a one. There's some Birkdale events, but not a one story about what went down at Birkdale. Man, TikTok is going wild with it. And social media goes wild with lots of stuff. What you got this morning?
Well, it's yesterday was a big day. Yesterday, and at first it kind of took me because everyone, I think, knows the name Ticketmaster.
Oh, yeah.
And not everyone. Maybe not everyone. Maybe you've never been to a concert before.
If you've ever been to a concert, a sports game.
Don't they do like the local children's theater too, Ticketmaster, pretty much at this point?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
But I saw the heading as Live Nation.
Yes.
So it was Live Nation and Ticketmaster. Are they? I don't know if they're one or multiple.
No, they're two. Wait. They might be.
See?
Oh.
This is where it throws. But you've got a bunch of attorneys generals, right? Because Jeff Jackson, North Carolina Attorney General, put out his post yesterday. You even have the other side, both sides of the aisle going on here because Texas, Ken Paxton was part of the lawsuit as well. Oh. And him putting out his congratulatory remarks as well. So you've got kind of this one thing that, is this the thing that unifies us? Live Nation and Ticketmaster have brought the world together because the jury issued the ruling. Was it a jury, judge? Not sure exactly. I got to look at
jury.
That. Exactly. And now guilty.
Overcharged fans. So they are one company because Live Nation and Ticketmaster have been found to be an illegal monopoly. That means one.
Put them together.
Mono, one. I learned that from Word of the Day.
Break it down.
After the federal government settled the case, 34 states have kept pursuing the giant ticket and concert company.
So will ticket prices go down?
No, it just means that we have to have, well, there'll be competition.
Okay.
That means they have to have another, somebody who works for Ticketmaster's cousin who's going to be like, okay, fine, I'll open up Ticket, maybe.
Ticket Depot?
Ticket Depot, yeah.
Wait, that's already a thing too, I think.
Oh,
already.
Is it?
I think so. There's quite a few out there. And now...
Open up moretickets.com.
But so is this going to, at the end of the day, drive the ultimate consumer win that everybody's wondering about? Will ticket prices, will it get more affordable to attend events?
I would hope so. I mean, there's nothing you can do. The Ticketmaster, and Ticketmaster, they did change. I noticed when I went to, I went to some sports event and Bruno Mars. That's not a sports event. It's just a concert. But I did notice now they
had. At your local children's theater?
No, he's going to be at Bank of America Stadium. I'm going in a couple weeks with Katie. That was her birthday present. So I did notice that the full price is there now. So when I bought the tickets, the price that was on there is what I paid.
So you're talking about the Airbnb model where they show you the price on the very first screen. Yes. You see actually what the price will be when you get to the last
So it wasn't
screen.
like the tickets were $99 and then, $99 activation fee and, $12 sitting in a seat fee or $12. No, you just want to stand fee? Okay, that costs money too.
$2 because I can charge you a fee because what are you going to do? Not going to go now?
Yeah, $2 because I can fee. So I did notice that the full price was on there, so they have changed that part of it because it's been a while since I bought tickets through Ticketmaster. So
here's what we're going to get back.
All right, what are we getting?
This is think too about your number of concerts you've been to. We got to do a little bit of math this morning. I know. $1.72 per ticket you've been overcharged, I believe, is what.
And what period of time? My lifetime?
Yeah. $1.72 per ticket. So how many concerts you been to?
Oh, bunches.
100?
Yeah.
Okay. Would that not include sporting events?
Sports too, yeah.
200.
I went to all the home games last year at the Panther Stadium.
200 events?
Okay, yeah.
Ticketmaster is about $400.
Awesome.
Does that feel right compared?
No.
I want my time.
I want my full ticket. I want
my time.
I want my convenience fee
I want my convenience.
because that was not convenient. It was not convenient for me.
I remember
My
that.
inconvenience fee.
I don't know which fee. I don't know how many fees. There's not many that are only $1.72. Most of them are higher than that. I think when
Yeah.
you check out. But $1.72 sounds like a killer deal. I don't even think you get a cup of coffee for $1.72 much at places anymore.
No, they get out pretty well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see when my check comes in. I'll let you know what I get.
And the next phase is the breakup. Is what now will the court rule on? How do we divide this, or what do we divide? And so that becomes the next kind of phase of this. That's not an overnight thing. While the congratulatory win and congratulatory, I guess, is this really everyone v Ticketmaster? This is kind of like everybody.
Yeah.
Like Ticketmaster is solely
The
on and on.
world.
Is anyone else team Ticketmaster right now?
No, I went to a concert when I went and saw Taylor Swift in Paris. I had to buy my ticket through Ticketmaster.fr.
Was it in English at least? For
No, no, I did translate it.
That's a quick way to end up in the wrong section. That's and
Yeah,
you're
we
looking
were on
for
the
a
floor
seat.
with no seats. I didn't pay my sitting in a seat fee. I was like, great, floor seats. And they're like, no seat, floor stand.
It's one way to do it.
It was one way to do
You
it.
can stand, you can sit, you can do you can cartwheel in here. There's a few things you do. We've got some friends that are coming
We
through that
do.
are going to do it. Spotless cleaning, Andrea and her team. She's figured it out because
it.
life is messy. There's no doubt about that. But her team have made it easy. SpotlessCleaningNC.com. That's where you go to get the free quote. If you want to live like a diva, Andrea will be in here sharing her story about how she got to be able to live like a diva and help others now live like a diva and provide great service.
I got Spotless Cleaning coming to my house this weekend. I'm going to
There
be
you
living
go.
like a diva.
There you
I
go.
can't wait.
Called up Joshua Dobi.
No, I'm sorry, because she's going to give you something that Ticketmaster ain't giving us back, and that's our time.
That's right.
She's giving us time,
Time. That's right.
so I can be a diva.
Called up Joshua Dobi, North Main Financial, certified financial planner. Some crazy rule change. And is it crazy or is it not? Something to do with if you're an investor, how much money you have to hold. So in order to be able to place bets. So kind of some
$1.72.
something give or take. And so we'll talk to Joshua about that. Also, like we've been talking about this week, it's earnings for Q1 that
Yes.
are coming out over the course of this
Yes.
month. So a lot of companies, a lot of movement, a lot of job conversation right now. Layoffs, certainly a topic for a lot of big companies in the technology world. Is that everywhere? I'm not really sure, but we wanted to bring in somebody who actually knows some things. So Joshua Dobi's going to be joining us 7:45. 8:30, Access to Success going to be joining us in
They're
the studio.
coming back with us, yeah.
Absolutely. They've got an upcoming golf tournament. So for those who like to hit them straight, you've got your opportunity here 8:30.
I think we all like to hit them straight. They just don't always go that way.
8:45, Drum Landscape Supply. You know, it's garden season.
It is.
The spring has sprung. There's
It
no doubt
has.
about that. And you want to know what to do to maintain that lawn and garden now throughout the season. We've got Drum Landscape Supply. Jason Drum's going to be joining us at 8:45. 9:30 to 10, you know what goes down now. It's the spin.
Let's go. We got
It's
we
the
got it
spin.
coming.
And Glo IV Spa is going to be joining us from 9:30 to 10. So looking forward to hanging out with quite a few friends today. And, of course, we've got the stories for you. Got some updates. You know, the whole polypeptide, butylate, all the stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
RFK Jr. made an announcement that they plan to kind of look at a few of the peptides.
Oh.
And so I've got that list of peptides for you.
I'm ready for it.
And we'll talk through that as well. And AP style book, I know you like Word of the Day. Your mom was real big on the dictionary. Did she make you do the AP style book too at all by chance?
Gosh, I don't even know what that means. Sorry, Mom. Love you.
There we go. All right, we'll look at that. That's a good deep track one for those who love the writing sphere.
Yeah.
So, some new updates coming from them too.
Okay.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless Cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast. Preserve Pickleball Kitchen by WSIC. Meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Let's start with one of the region's biggest food events of the year. The Carolina Barbecue Festival returns April 17th and 18th at Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte, bringing together more than 30 pitmasters and chefs from across the Carolinas and beyond. You'll find 25 pitmaster stations serving everything from whole hog and brisket to seafood and regional favorites, along with live music, local vendors, and a one-of-a-kind brick pit showcasing traditional barbecue craftsmanship. To grab tickets and learn more, visit CarolinaBBQFest.org and use code GMLKN to save 20%. And don't forget to mark your calendar for a big community celebration coming up in May. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages, with a portion of proceeds supporting a meaningful cause. For more details on Family Fest and vendor information, visit WSICnews.com.
MerleFest 2026, presented by Window World, returns April 23rd through 26th to Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear Allison Krause in Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas, Old Crow Medicine Show, Charles Wesley Godwin, Blackberry Smoke, and more. For tickets, visit MerleFest.org.
And for even more local events and everything happening around Lake Norman, head to liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support, because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
All right, so Thursday, do things get wilder on the streets? Do they stay the same? Is it that you just take one hand off by Thursday of the wheel? You're supposed to have 10 and 2.
10 and 2. I think
That's
we're 10
the
and 2
rule.
all week long, but we'll find out what David says.
RideICATS.com, alternative transportation. $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Cruising in the HOV lane with David. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Great Thursday morning out here. Beautiful sunrise, beautiful weather. So far, so good on the streets today. The only thing that's even come close to us noticing anything is there's a tractor trailer right near exit 42 with its reflective devices on the out on the shoulder of the road. Otherwise, we've only experienced moderate traffic out here to and from the Queen City this morning, and no delays whatsoever. We got to our stops on time and back up, and hopefully we can see it all again in a perfect fashion. So far, so good. Of course, here again, like I said yesterday, the mystery is ahead of us during the second lap here.
That's why we keep those patient pants on hand, David. You never know when you just got to whip them out real quick, slide them on, left foot, maybe right foot first. Whatever way you tango is fine with me, David. So appreciate you, sir. Looking forward to 8:15.
All right, guys. Take care. God bless.
All right, we'll see you. RideICATS.com, $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County. Tuesday, you can go to the VA in Salisbury. If you have appointments at the VA, you really should make them on Tuesday, because you can get picked up from your front door in Iredell County, get driven to the VA in Salisbury, get poked, get prodded, get whatever you got to get done there, then get home also for $1. Thursday, you like the idea of going to Winston-Salem? Pick up some of that chicken.
You can.
And then you can bring it on back. I don't know if they let you bring it on the bus, though.
I don't know.
Hot chicken.
Hot chicken. You can eat it and then get back on the bus.
That's right. Get driven back to your front door in Iredell County for only $1 more. Friday, you want to go to Hickory? You can do that same thing. Front door, Iredell County, $1.
They got chicken there, too.
In Hickory?
I'm sure they do.
They got a Chinese food place, too, out there.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
Get
good.
some Chinese food.
$1 on the way back, too. And one little secret I got to tell you about. You got to schedule it. RideICATS.com.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird is a winner.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Word of the day.
Today's word of the day is brought to you by MerleFest. That's right, MerleFest, people. We're talking music, moments, and memories.
Yeah, we are.
T-minus a week away.
Yeah.
I think, we're a week away before the show begins.
Wilkes Community College is really the benefactor of MerleFest, and each and every year it's a wonderful opportunity to support community colleges, which go a long way in the education sphere. Price affordability for people, wonderful programs, and Wilkes Community College has been putting on MerleFest for a long time. And you know what? You know it's been going on a while, and you know it's good because you know about the lineup. You know who's going to be there. Allison Krause and Union Station.
You can bet on
featuring Jerry Douglas. That's headlining.
We got Willie Watson.
What? You got Old Crow Medicine Show.
You got Lamont Landers.
You got the Creekers.
Buffalo Traffic Jam.
Carol Millette Rifkin.
Sister Sadie.
Yeah, Kyle Horton and Christian Smith.
AJ Lee and Blue Summit.
Well, West Texas Exiles will be there.
And the interactive theater of Jeff. 1F.
Absolutely. Let's get down to business. MerleFest.org if you're interested in attending. Let's see. Today's word of the day is recondite.
Did we give away all the tickets? Sorry, I didn't know if I was supposed
No,
to. Okay.
we have some. They're going to be given away on social media.
Okay.
I'll get to it today.
All right, so make sure to connect online.
Yeah, make sure you're following us.
Go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
Sorry, my bad.
Memo that I meant to send earlier, and I just figured I'd take care of it
Yeah,
now.
thank you. Live on the air. Just a little quick staff meeting. Yeah, I forgot, guys. It's coming, though.
Today's word of the day is recondite. Recondite. We're dealing with an adjective here. It's quite descriptive. R-E-C-O-N-D-I-T-E.
Recondite.
Recondite.
It's an adjective, so it's descriptive. Do you want to be recondite?
It's interesting. That's a good question. We'll
we'll
discuss
find out.
after in our next staff meeting. Let's see. I have some sentences here that can help us decide whether we want to or don't want to be recondite.
Please.
Justin went down a recondite rabbit hole about traffic patterns and somehow made Brawley School Road sound like a college lecture. Wow, that got specific.
I think we do want to be described as recondite.
Yeah,
So,
recondite. Yeah, recondite.
Overly
sounds
specific, like extremely detailed?
Providing more information than what was required.
Necessary, yeah.
You guys are both very close here. Let's see. Bill quietly understands all the recondite tech behind the scenes. He just chooses not to explain it to Justin.
Overly detailed.
Yeah, I
extremely
like you
Super
guys'
sophisticated.
guess. The definition that I have set in front of me of recondite. Recondite is a formal word,
Okay, I like that.
soon to be MerleFest band.
Ooh.
Recondite is a formal word used to describe something that is difficult to understand or that is not known by many people.
Difficult to understand or not known
By many people.
Many
Recondite.
Recondite.
people.
MerleFest
It's
is
weird
not
without the
recondite.
music.
Recondite.
Yeah, it gets kind of quiet.
Reflect with yourself that way.
Like the Live Nation Ticketmaster story. It could
Correct.
Be, it could be a little recondite.
Or tomorrow, maybe you want to recondite over swinging the clubs rather than waiting for deep into the weekend.
There you
can
go.
join us tomorrow morning. We'll be at the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen. Looking forward to that. 7 to 9 a.m. We'll be there. You have your chance to win 2 free hours in the Swing Suites. Because when you go to the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen located in Cornelius, you walk in and you see the beautiful restaurants and you're like, wow, I didn't realize they had a beautiful restaurant like that. That's pretty phenomenal. And the food is absolutely delicious. And you realize, oh, it's indoor and outdoor pickleball. It's not just one or the other. It's actually both.
Right.
And you're like, wait, look at that. Is that a bar over there with all the TVs and all that hanging out? And are the walls up? Is that what that is? So you can
It's
like
an
hang
indoor,
out
outdoor
inside,
space?
outside?
Yeah.
And wait, does that say bay on the other side? Like, oh, those are golf swing bays in there as well. Wow. And it's, wait a second, I can get 2 free hours if I just come by and
all you
I
gotta
scan
do.
the QR code. So that's how that whole scenario kind of can work for you. But
7
tomorrow
to 9 a.m.
we'll be there. And you know what? If you come on in, you can swing the club too.
You can. We'll let you swing club.
Yeah, we'll let you do that. We'll be hanging out with several folks from the Serve as well. We always like chatting with them, seeing what's going on. Jack and Robin Salzman, been in the community for quite some time and want to continue that service in the community, and they love being able to serve the community. And they do that through cool ways. Delicious food, serving pickleball, back and forth. There's the dinks right there.
Yep.
You can just hear it in the
You
morning.
know what,
first thing.
though? When you're there at the Serve, if you're having eating in that beautiful restaurant, you don't hear the dinks.
Mm-mm.
No, you don't. So you can just sit there and have a nice, quiet time with your friends and family. then you can go and dink it up. But you go to tomorrow, we're going to have Austin Smith, who is the general manager there. We're going to have Tony Payne, the Surf Food and Beverage manager. Missy Travers, the Serve new instructor. Her daughter's a pickleball pro.
Ooh.
And then we're going to have our friends Debbie O'Hanley and Margie Kyle from
Community Center.
Yes. And then we're going to wrap it up with Dan Mills, who's ambassador at the Serve. He does a jazz brunch and Thursday music, because they do music on Thursday nights now.
Okay, so the Surf Pickleball and Kitchen will be hanging out there tomorrow. You're welcome to join us. If you have a chance, go by the Surf Pickleball and Kitchen. You should check them out. Delicious restaurant, wonderful experience for you and the fam here in the Lake Norman area.
They got that chicken.
Oh, yeah, they got that chicken.
You don't have to get on that ICATS bus. They got that chicken.
Let's break down the newest news from the NBA in relation to the Hornets.
Time.
Okay, yes, a little bit of sports here because how fast it moved yesterday through the inner spheres. So the big play that we talked about was, I believe, was it a third quarter-ish? Or was it pre-half?
Yeah, I think it was early third,
okay.
I want to say.
Cluster happens in the paint. People go to the ground. LaMelo happens on the ground.
Maybe right before halftime, yeah.
And all of a sudden, Bam gets locked up from the Heat with LaMelo. That's just the players' names, and that's how I know how to describe him, because that's what everyone's saying, and that's what I'm saying. Bam goes down. Bam hurts his butt, also his back. And then now he's got an injury. They reviewed to see, did LaMelo intentionally grab Bam when he was going down?
It's when 11:13 was remaining in the second quarter.
Okay, so it was
that would have been
pre-half.
Yeah.
Pre-half.
If that's the right way to describe that. So the NBA reviewed. They've released an official statement. So here you go. Charlotte Hornets guard LaMelo Ball has been fined $35,000 and assessed a flagrant foul 2 upon league office review for making unnecessary and reckless contact with Miami Heat center forward Bam Adebayo that created a significant injury risk. It was announced today by James Jones, Executive Vice President, Head of Basketball Operations. The incident occurred with, 11:13 remaining. So $35,000, not too bad. But here's the other side of it, too.
Right.
Ball also fined an additional $25,000 for using profane language during a live post-game television interview.
Yeah, so...
Not new for Melo on the post-game interviews. I can't say that one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have anything to do with we don't need to talk about that right now. That has nothing to do. But $35,000, I think Hornets are excited about this one because they can move on from it.
That's done, and they don't have
and
to worry
they don't
about it
have to
anymore.
worry about the big thing. Is LaMelo going to be suspended or
It
not?
doesn't sound like it.
It's a no. Yeah, it's definitely not suspended. So from a play-in perspective for the Hornets, still a lot of positive momentum.
Tomorrow's a big night. Orlando.
Orlando.
They play in Orlando tomorrow night?
In Orlando.
You think it'll be on Prime?
I actually, that's a great question. I'll look up and see what it's actually on. Which
I'm
network it's
wondering
actually on
with the, I've heard a lot of talk since we were here on Monday about
we missed a crucial play.
Yeah.
So here's I have that too. So here is Amazon Prime's video sports team. What they've released now is a statement, and this is Jacob Feldman on X, Jacob Feldman 4. So we'll see if this is right now this is where it's at. The broadcast of the Miami Heat at Charlotte Hornets experienced a temporary disruption due to a hardware failure in our production truck. Our teams restored the feed as quickly as possible to ensure fans could watch the conclusion of the game. We are conducting a thorough internal review to determine the cause of the outage. I can go and tell you what happened probably. Somebody unplugged something at the wrong time. Because when you're in the little cart right outside the stadium, it gets hot. You start
It would
sweating.
be tough for me to recondite with all this information to you. But
Bill had the chicken on the way back from Winston, and so now we're stuck in this little metal
I
box
didn't have my
together.
bottle caps. I didn't know what to do. I was so confused. I'm sorry.
And so when he said take two,
got
I took
so much
two.
weight in my pocket.
Yeah, I was carrying all the drinks back.
I took two out, and then
Sorry.
I put it back in.
Right.
And that's how
It
it
is
goes.
going to be on Prime, though.
Oh, okay, good.
They get another
redemption game for everyone. Prime, LaMelo. Go Hornets.
Local starts here.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen on WSIC. Meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
The weather's warming and your backyard is calling. G&B Energy makes it easy to bring people together. Premium grills, cozy fire features, and clean, efficient propane to make your outdoor season sizzle. G&B Energy features grills by Napoleon and Wilmington, along with expert service. Swing by Tuesdays in April and May and get your grill tank filled for only $10. You heard right, $10 Tuesdays at any G&B Energy location. Visit gbenergy.com for restrictions.
When cancer changes everything, hope still matters. Cancer thriver Charlisa Harriet, also known as Coach C, the crushing chemo chick, creates faith-filled resources that comfort and uplift, including books, journals, planners, and greeting cards. Find encouragement created from lived experience at crushingchemochick.com and be sure to catch her show, The Healed Exchange with Coach C, Wednesdays from 11 to noon, right here on WSIC.
Make your work easier with Eagle Rentals of Troutman and Statesville. Eagle Rentals has generators, heaters, fans, painting equipment, floor care equipment, pressure washers, lighting equipment, and lawn care equipment. Plus, Eagle Rentals has construction equipment like forklifts, bobcat loaders, backhoes, excavators, and more. Reserve online at eaglerentals.com. That's eaglerentals.com.
If you need home medical equipment, call Lowry Drug in Statesville. We have everything you need in stock, including portable oxygen concentrators, CPAPs, masks, lift chairs, wheelchairs, scooters, hospital beds, supplies, and anything else you need. Get it when you need it. Check out LowryDrug.com or call 704-873-2247. Lowry Drug, your hometown source since 1959, across from Iredell Memorial Hospital. We are worth the drive. Come see us.
Celebrating a life beautifully remembered. Bennett Funeral Service gently guides families through honoring a loved one's life. Family owned and local, we offer personalized funeral and cremation services, along with veteran honors and compassionate aftercare and grief support. Call 828-465-2111 or visit bennettfuneralservice.com. Because there is a difference.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Ford's top executive says the company is looking to expand business ties with Chinese automakers. CEO Jim Farley says the automaker benefits from partnerships with Chinese rivals who are rewriting the rulebook with their low-cost, high-tech offerings. Farley told the Trump administration earlier this year that if Chinese companies want to build cars in America, they should have to form joint ventures where U.S. automakers hold controlling stakes in order to protect the domestic industry. Iran and the U.S. seems to be edging closer to a second round of talks and a ceasefire extension. On Wall Street, the lack of bad news from the Persian Gulf is taken as good news. Stocks extending their streak of gains, pushing both the S&P 500 and NASDAQ to record highs. And this afternoon, we get earnings from streaming giant Netflix. The focus will be on the company's future after it walked away from a battle to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery earlier this year. Netflix raised subscription prices last month. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't brake when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Spring has sprung outside, and that usually brings in the extra pollen from the outside, or maybe there's the dust everywhere that's been getting kicked up because you're kind of exploring other places of your home or around or outside that you might normally not, and that brings in just a bunch of nasty in the house that you really don't want in there.
No.
You want someone who can help you get it out.
And you don't want to spend all weekend getting it out of there,
And you don't want to have to
too.
spend the time doing it. So that's why you call Andrea and her team at Spotless Cleaning. SpotlessCleaningNC.com is where you go. And they take care of you. Andrea and her team have figured out how to help you live like a diva. Andrea, good morning to you.
Good morning. Nice to be here.
thank you for being here. SpotlessCleaningNC.com. Spotless Cleaning. Where does that come? Just the name alone. How did you come up with deciding to go with Spotless Cleaning?
I don't know if you remember the reason that we started, right? The business. We hired someone. I wasn't happy with the results. I really wanted a spotless home. That's why I was like, okay, I gotta use that name. I think we could get in better.
And how many years ago was it that you started Spotless Cleaning?
20 years ago, believe it or not. That makes me sound old, but yeah.
I was going to say 21.
You don't look a day over 21.
You've been doing my goodness.
Thank you.
No, you look great. And it is springtime, right? So we're cleaning. Spring cleaning is coming. Decluttering is coming. So what are some projects that you're seeing people looking for right now?
A lot of the people, they like to do a thorough cleaning, like pay extra attention to baseboards. They go through their decluttering situation. They have us coming and do a deep cleaning to their homes. A lot of people are getting their homes renovated and having us come for a post-construction type of cleaning, and of course the inside of refrigerators, ovens, those type
You
of
handle
things.
inside of appliances too? That's part of the services you offer?
Yes, we can.
Oh, wow.
And we actually we have a royalty program where we give our clients either a complimentary inside of the oven or refrigerator every time that after every 6 consecutive no-skip cleaning.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are coming to my house, and I'm excited for me. I don't know if you guys are ready for my house yet.
Tell
but,
her the truth. You're a little nervous at her
I'm nervous for you guys to see the inside of my house. All those deep crevices, the toilets, and all those kind of things. But when you come for that first-time cleaning, because I'm having you guys do a deep clean for that first-time cleaning, what all does that include?
Everything is included, top to bottom cleaning, cobwebs. If you have ceiling fans, we're going to be wiping down with a damp cloth. Blinds, we wipe down the blinds, window sills, baseboards, door panels. Everything gets done. And of course, clean, disinfect the toilet, the bathrooms, kitchens, wipe down the outside of cabinets in the bathroom and kitchens, and vacuum the whole house and mop all the bare floors. So everything gets done. We don't leave anything.
That's amazing. And I'll tell you, just from my side, the process was super easy too. I reached out to SpotlessCleaningNC.com and I got my free quote, and it was very easy, and your team was amazing working through it. They had me take pictures of my house so they could see all the spaces before they got there, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yes, we try to make it easier on the clients. I know everybody's so busy, so if you don't have the time to have me come and doing a walkthrough, we can, give a quote over the phone.
Wonderful opportunities, makes it easy. SpotlessCleaningNC.com. Andrea, I've heard both of you talk about the baseboards a couple of times, and this isn't, I'm not a sexist. I'm not saying dudes don't clean houses too. We care. I'm okay with things being a little bit more dirty, but at the same time, you take care of baseboards included in your base package. Is that right?
Yes, I don't understand what is about the baseboards, but we just can't.
You just can't leave them.
We can't leave them, right? So yes, we do every time on our routine cleaning, maintenance cleaning. That is part of our packages. Yes.
And going back to when you started it, you have such pride in your family, it sounds like, too. Every time you come in, you light up and you ask us questions about our family. We're so grateful for that. And that shows kind of your passion, really, for the business. Will you share the story of your grandma as well and how she helped inspire you for your business?
Yeah, so I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandma, she, they always like to keep the house clean, things like that, but it was very important for us, to make sure that, we felt like living a clean and healthy environment was very important, so, and she was so sweet. Yeah. I miss them.
And what's it like for you now building a team of cleaners, right? Because it's not even just you yourself. Now you're building a whole team of people. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, that is the challenge part of the business, I would say, because we are very particular, with who we bring to our clients' homes and offices.
You're looking at my underwear. You know what I mean? That's like sometimes, right? You see my drawers.
I'm going to pick all of ours out before you come.
Well, we usually ask our clients, if you want us to go in the closet, just leave the door open because you want to be respectful of everyone's space.
Good to know, too.
Yeah, but, we go through a really, detailed process with the new hirings. We do, a few interviews. They are always with a trainer for the first weeks of of their employment with us. But yes, of course, background check, drug test, we check all the boxes.
And it's not just residential, but you do also offer commercial cleaning services. Well, can you share a little bit about that?
Yes.
I know we don't talk about that much, but if you wouldn't mind.
I know. So yes, we have small offices, so big, bigger ones, and we can clean during the day if people, they rather have the crew while they are in the office or after hours as well. But just like the homes, we keep the same technicians every time, so there is consistency. Of course, unless something out of our control happens, they are sick or on vacation, things like that. But other than that, we try to keep the same people come.
Having the same cleaners in your home is unique as well, because yes, they're coming into your home, but I've had other cleaning services and it's a different person every time. So even for my dog, I'm like, they want to know who's coming into the house too. So I want to make sure that whoever's coming in, you feel safe and you feel comfortable with them, especially if they're coming while you're at work or gone during the day.
Yes, I totally understand. And that is part of me being from Brazil and growing up with having someone who lived with us, helping us, with the household chores. I want to bring that same experience to my clients here, where they can see the same face every time, they get used to the dogs, to the house things that you like. We do have a very good CRM that keeps the profile for every client, with instructions. So, because like I say, we want to make sure that we'll be there when you tell you we're going to be there in case someone is not available. But yes, our goal is to keep the same technician every time.
And because maybe certain times of the year offer different services that I want. Maybe springtime I want a little bit deeper, but maybe it's more just regular routine style cleanings during the. Do you have some clients that do that? Maybe certain times of the year they do a little bit more, and that cycle, and then they kind of more just do routine cleanings with you through the rest of the year?
Yeah, so we have the people that we clean on a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly basis, but we also have those on demand. They will call us, if they need okay, I just
in-laws are coming into town this weekend.
Exactly.
I need your help.
Yeah, so you can be there for this type of customers as well.
And then the products too, right? That's got to be you probably get a lot of options, right, when you're choosing which ones to use. And so what's important to you when you think about which products your teams are using inside of people's homes?
To be a safe product, to the technicians, to the clients, and to the client's home. It's very simple. We don't need to give fancy, we just need to get the safest product. Yeah, I try to keep it easier for everybody.
All right, and then I saw on your website you offer a 200% satisfaction guarantee. How is that even possible?
Yes, I love that. So, we do want to make our clients happy, 100% satisfied with our service, but we are humans and we will make mistakes. And whenever we make a mistake, we wanted to go back and fix with no extra charge. And after that visit, if they're still not happy with the service, we donate the full amount of the cleaning to a charity of the client's choice.
Wow.
That's amazing. So, yes, you guys are, putting your money where your mouth is, literally.
Yeah.
Andrea, we so appreciate your willingness to want to provide quality service because especially when we think about cleaning in our families and inside of our homes and just germs and all, the conversation we've had for years, but taking the pride and the passion to make sure that a great service is provided. We so appreciate you. Thank you. SpotlessCleaningNC.com. That's the website. It's that easy. You go there.
That's it. It was so easy.
You can get a free quote today if you want to.
You can.
SpotlessCleaningNC.com. So you can live like a diva. You don't have to worry about spending the time doing it. Also, if you've been yelled at, maybe your spouse is saying, get off the couch so you can help me do this because I'm tired of doing this myself too. Another wonderful opportunity here.
Live like a divo.
Oh! Andrea, thank you so much.
Thank you,
SpotlessCleaningNC.com.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen. I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Let's start with one of the region's biggest food events of the year. The Carolina Barbecue Festival returns April 17th and 18th at Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte, bringing together more than 30 pitmasters and chefs from across the Carolinas and beyond. You'll find 25 pitmaster stations serving everything from whole hog and brisket to seafood and regional favorites, along with live music, local vendors, and a one-of-a-kind brick pit showcasing traditional barbecue craftsmanship. To grab tickets and learn more, visit CarolinaBBQFest.org and use code GMLKN to save 20%. And don't forget to mark your calendar for a big community celebration coming up in May. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages, with a portion of proceeds supporting a meaningful cause. For more details on Family Fest and vendor information, visit WSICnews.com.
MerleFest 2026, presented by Window World, returns April 23rd through 26th to Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear Allison Krause in Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas, Old Crow Medicine Show, Charles Wesley Godwin, Blackberry Smoke, and more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
And for even more local events and everything happening around Lake Norman, head to liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Take your life by the reins and let the horses at Willow Equine heal and empower you. Located in Mooresville, our services help with trauma, anxiety, depression, and addiction. Love life again. Visit willowequine.com today.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
And it's time for your starting forward. He's a certified financial planner. He's been doing this in the game longer than he'll let me say. But my gosh, if he doesn't sound great talking about it. It's the greatest voice to ever grace us on radio.
That's the truth.
Joshua Dobi, North Main Financial Group.
Good morning, folks. That's an amazing intro. It's just going to go downhill from here.
Joshua, we so appreciate you joining us this morning. North Main Financial Group, located in Cornelius, North Carolina here. You've been serving the Lake Norman community for quite some time. Certified financial planner. It seems like just a bunch of buzzwords and random letters that you want me to memorize, Joshua, but what does it actually mean? Right. What does your team do at North Main Financial?
Great question. And again, always good to be with both of you. So thanks for the time here this morning. In short, what we do is we provide holistic investment management and financial planning for individuals and families. And what that means is basically any part of your financial life that deals in the investment universe or financial planning universe, we are equipped to have the tools and the staff to be able to address those needs. And recognizing that everybody is at a different space in their financial lives, and not only just age-wise, but in terms of where they're progressing on the financial ladder, we see folks at their point of need. So that's where we go.
In this day and age, it's 2026, Joshua. The world seems a little bit different. Seems like things are moving around kind of a little bit everywhere. I saw a post about a regulatory change yesterday. The SEC change, and I don't know if it's actually fully changed or is it just in like a proposal phase. And that's why I said let's talk to Joshua. So can you provide for us some information of that SEC kind of shift potentially? What went down yesterday?
Sure, and I don't want to get too granular with it because it gets a little wonky, but so I'll just keep it at a pretty high level. There was a movement or a motion made by the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, which regulates most of what we consider to be our trading universe. And in short, what they have moved on. Now, it isn't necessarily adopted yet, and I would say with most firms it has not been adopted at all yet. This will be more of a process than an occasion, is they have said that for folks who like to day trade, individuals who like to day trade, meaning to buy and sell stocks very frequently, sometimes multiple times in a day, that the capital requirement or the amount of balance that you needed to keep in that account is going to go away. So previously it had been $25,000 per individual, meaning that you had to have $25,000 of liquidity in order to be able to day trade, in order to not be called what was called a pattern day trader or a PDT. That is now going to be going away. It may not be going away for every firm because individual firms, say like a Robinhood, may have their own requirements or own restrictions above and beyond that. But in terms of what the SEC requires, that has gone away. So the result, or what we expect to see from that, you're going to see a lot more folks, more at the retail level or entry level, who are probably going to be engaging in more day trading at this point.
I'm assuming your favorite part of the year is probably when you see the Panthers make the playoffs. Is earnings season your second most favorite times of the year throughout the year?
Spot 1A. So if the Panthers getting to the playoffs is number one, then spot 1A has to be the earnings season, which I used to was 4 times a year. It's pretty much constant anymore. I mean, I talk about earnings season, and right now we're in the middle of when most of the Standard & Poor's 500 or the S&P 500 companies are announcing their quarterly figures. I do get excited about it, and in kind of a wonky way, but it just gives us the best indication about where publicly traded companies are right now. They're required to disclose what happened in the past quarter. They're required to disclose what they see going forward, and it's one of the best indicators about where things are market-wise right now. So, yeah, we're right in the middle of it.
There's been quite a few announcements recently related to layoffs, and I don't know much about anything, Joshua. You know that, but when I see layoffs, I then hear the next story tends to be stock go up. Is there some reason why that correlation tends to happen? Not saying it's a 1-to-1, but does seem like that's a fairly common thing we hear.
Yeah, it's a great point, and that's often the impression that folks will have whenever we hear layoffs. Because we hear layoffs, we think business slowing down, companies reining it in, and that may be the case. However, layoffs, unfortunately, I would say sometimes, are perceived by the market as being a reduction in expenses for that company. And because labor tends to be by far the number one expense for most organizations, when there is a reduction in the workforce, that is, let me say, guessed by the market to mean a reduction in expenses, which can mean an increase in margins for the company themselves. So that tends to be the reason why sometimes you're going to see a bump up in the stock price, because the market is saying, oh, okay, well, again, making an assumption that revenue is going to stay the same, expenses are going down, margins should increase, or profits should increase. And so sometimes that's why you see a near-term bump in the positive for that particular stock.
He won't let me say it, but I say it anyways. The best stock picker in the game, and
not financial advice.
It's not financial advice, but
don't look at my account. I'm the worst. If you're the best, then I'm definitely the worst.
Who's got you excited this season, and who's got you a little nervous?
Yeah, great question. And what we've seen in this first quarter now, believe it or not, in the second quarter of 2026, is we have seen what we sometimes call a market rotation. Meaning for the last couple of years, the overwhelming amount of positive movement in the market, as measured by the most popular stock indexes, was in the technology sector, and specifically the large capitalization technology sector. So I'm looking at Meta/Facebook. I'm looking at Alphabet/Google. I'm looking at Netflix. I'm looking at NVIDIA. How can we not say NVIDIA? Those monster technology companies that really powered the positive growth for the last couple of years. Now in 2026, for a number of different reasons, we've had some rotation, which in my world means a healthier market, meaning that there are other participants, other sectors, other companies, other stocks who are participating in it. So I'm looking at oil and energy this year. I mean, some of the biggest oil and energy companies are up 15, 20, 25% just since January 1st. And so that's a healthy thing. Now, we could argue about why this happened. Certainly the geopolitical unrest has played a huge factor in that. But to look at companies like pharmaceuticals, to look at companies like banks and big financials, oil and energy, who are now more participatory in what's happening in the market in terms of positive movement, I think that's a healthy thing. So I'm encouraged to see that.
One of the things, and we'll talk about the second thing next, but one of the things that I really appreciate about you is in the political realm or policy realm, we'll really call it, right, of the government, where they write policy that then can affect and trickle down. You take a very calm approach, is what it's. You're poised that regardless of the political cycle, there's ways to make money in the market. Are you still seeing the same effect during this presidency? We'll say this, even the second time here of Trump being in office, compared to other cycles of presidents and just political cycles, we'll call it. The market is still doing a normal kind of thing right now. Do you feel that way at all, or do you think policy is affecting things differently, or what's kind of your hot take on that?
Yeah, great question. And we get that question all the time for the obvious reasons, because especially as we get closer to the midterm elections in November, those kind of.
I think I just lost Dobes.
I think we lost him.
You there?
The interrelationship between. Hello?
Hey, you're there. Sorry, you just cut out for a second. Just keep going where you're at. That's my bad.
Yep, no, sorry about that. So when we're looking at the interrelationship between politics and the markets, there's very little that's new anymore. Truly there is. I mean, there just isn't a whole lot that happens that we haven't seen previously. So I'll go right to the bottom line. No, not concerned about the current political space when it comes to our markets. Does that mean that it's not going to be dynamic, both in a positive and a negative way? No, it will be, especially as we get closer to the midterm elections and the market starts to guess about where the shift is going to happen in the houses of Congress in terms of political majorities. That will definitely cause the markets to be a little bit more volatile. But no, I mean, doing this now for me about 30 years, and when you look at it, the market history, not only during that time, but beyond that, very, very little is new anymore. The names change, and sometimes the process shifts a little bit, but in terms of how people act and react when it comes to the markets, not a whole lot that's new.
The second thing I appreciate about you and your team at North Main Financial is that you encourage everybody to get into the market at least. For those that, let's say, maybe aren't invested or no matter what stage they're at, we'll call it, generally speaking, when someone asks you, hey, what's your investment advice? And it's not financial advice. I'm going to clarify that. But in generally, when we're talking about generally speaking, not even just looking at you personally, but what do you tell people?
Yeah, and that also is a great question, because sometimes there's a perception, especially dealing with financial advisors, that you have to have already, quote, made it from a financial standpoint, whatever that means, and however folks want to describe that. And admittedly, our industry, unfortunately, probably encourages that kind of thought process. However, we at North Main are very intentional about saying to folks, look, everybody's at a different place on their financial journey, and no matter what kind of perception there is, every single financial journey has its hills and its valleys, every single one. And so the peaks are fun and the valleys are not, but everybody has had or is going through those kinds of phases all the time. So what we encourage folks to do is take a realistic approach to what your goals are. It doesn't make any sense that if you're trying to get to goal A, and you need to be making $1 million a year in order to get to goal A, and you're not making $1 million a year, well, that probably doesn't make any sense to have that goal. So let's shift the goal. Let's get it to something that's attainable. Let's get it to something that is a discipline that can easily fit into what you're doing so that you can get to where you want to be. And sometimes folks get frustrated with that. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Sometimes, like I said, there are peaks and valleys along the way. But if folks stay to it, what we've been able to see now with the benefits of extended experience in this space is that folks can indeed achieve it if they stick to that discipline. And that really is the biggest thing, no matter where you are in the financial spectrum.
Joshua Dobi, North Main Financial, located in Cornelius. We so appreciate your CFP, Certified Financial Planner, and a bunch of other things that I can make up for that name as well, but just a true gentleman, and we appreciate you, sir. Hope you have a great one.
Appreciate you guys.
100.7 FM, 1400 AM, Statesville, Lake Norman's home for NASCAR. WSIC, local starts here.
In the Strait of Hormuz.
The United States says it's not letting any ships in or out of the Iranian coastline. CENTCOM writing yesterday an Iranian-flagged cargo vessel tried to evade the U.S. blockade after leaving Bandar Abbas, exiting the Strait of Hormuz, and transiting along the Iranian coastline. The guided missile destroyer USS Spruance successfully redirected the vessel, which is heading back to Iran.
Fox's Matt Finn also reports from Dubai 10 ships have been turned around in all. The U.S. is also readying what Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent calls the financial equivalent of the bombing of Iran before the ceasefire. Sanctions on countries that buy Iranian oil or hold Iran's money in banks. President Trump might not like this. Pope Leo speaking out again, just saying in Cameroon on his African trip.
Jesus told us, blessed are the peacemakers.
And the Pope added, woe to those who manipulate religion for their own military and economic and political gain.
But President Trump also not backing down. In a recent Truth Social post this week, writing, will someone please tell Pope Leo that Iran has killed at least 42,000 innocent, completely unarmed protesters in the last 2 months, and that for Iran to have a nuclear bomb is absolutely unacceptable.
Fox's Griff Jenkins, a loss in court for Live Nation and Ticketmaster. A jury sided with more than 30 states with a verdict that the companies overcharged people at concerts and sporting events operating an illegal monopoly.
And used its control over tours, venues, and ticketing to box out competition and drive up prices. Live Nation pushed back at trial, arguing it competes fairly in a crowded market and denying it pressures venues to use Ticketmaster, but the jury was not persuaded.
Lydia Hu with Fox Business. It's special election day in New Jersey. Voters choosing who will take the House seat left vacant when Democrat Mikey Sherrill became governor. Republican Joe Hathaway facing a Bernie Sanders-backed progressive Anna Lilia Mejia. America's listening to Fox News.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The NBA playoffs are right around the corner, and now you can trade on every game on Kalshi. You can also trade on who wins each series, the conference finals, and the championship. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in the live market. No house and no odds maker. And as the odds move, you can buy in and out anytime throughout the postseason. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app, use code PRESS to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
President Trump continues to insist that the 2020 election he lost to Joe Biden was rigged. And the pushback to that continues. In a Democrat-led state, California, where a Trump lawyer who helped the president try to overturn 2020 results has lost his law license.
The California Supreme Court orders John Eastman disbarred and removed from the state's list of attorneys, upholding a state bar court judge's recommendation 2 years ago. Eastman urged then Vice President Pence to block the certification of Joe Biden's Electoral College victory on the day of the Capitol riot. Pence refused. Eastman argues he's being punished simply for giving legal advice. His attorney says they'll take the case to the Supreme Court. Eastman's law license is suspended in Washington, D.C. Criminal charges were dismissed in Georgia and put on hold in Arizona. Chris Foster, Fox News.
President Trump's also causing construction controversy in Washington. While he fights legal challenges to the new ballroom he's building at the White House, he's planning a new D.C. monument.
To celebrate the 250th anniversary of American independence, the Department of Interior is submitting plans for a 250-foot-tall triumphal arch to be built near the Lincoln Memorial in Arlington National Cemetery.
Great nations build beautiful structures that cultivate national pride and love of country.
White House Press Secretary Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the project should be supported by Americans of all political persuasions.
Long after everyone in this room is gone, our children and grandchildren will remain inspired by this national monument.
A veterans group is suing to stop the project, arguing the arch would disrupt sight lines of the National Cemetery and was not approved by Congress. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could rise again. Futures are higher the day after the NASDAQ and S&P 500 closed at record highs. In the NBA, Philadelphia played their way into the playoffs, beating Orlando. The Magic can still get the last seed in the East, playing Charlotte tomorrow. In the West, Golden State eliminated the LA Clippers. The Warriors will play the Phoenix Suns for the 8th seed. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen. I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
Looking for the perfect way to spend a spring Saturday? Make it WSIC's Family Fest, May 2nd from 7 to 2 at Purple Heart Homes in Statesville. It's more than just great deals, it's live music, local food, family fun, and a chance to give back. A portion of proceeds supports Purple Heart Homes and their mission to serve veterans with safe housing. Bring the kids, bring your friends, and enjoy a day that truly means something. Visit WSICnews.com for details.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Got to keep you apprised of the proper grammar and punctuation to use. The AP Style Book, a classic that while your time in school, if your teacher didn't direct you to you, did they really love you? But if you were directed to it, you probably are as confused as I am. But it's okay. Now they just summarize it for you. So I needed to make sure, because if you're handwriting notes, if you're somebody who handwrites,
right,
or even if you type, because this is related to phone numbers.
Phone numbers.
And we text and share phone numbers all the time.
That's right.
So we write them down. That's a form of writing. We updated our style for telephone numbers in 2024.
This is AP's official
style book.
X page, yes.
That's right. We updated our style for telephone numbers in 2024 to drop parentheses. So when you write a phone number,
usually
and
put
in
the area code in parentheses.
That's right. We now recommend the form number
dash
number
dash
number.
Yeah, okay.
For international numbers, use 011 from the United States, the country code, the city code, and the telephone number.
That's
so for
too many.
that format, and I'll plug in again United States just purely as an example.
Right.
011 dash number dash number dash number dash number. And you use hyphens, not periods.
Not periods.
And still no parentheses. They're not taking that back. They're not shifting back that direction. Don't think they're going to just going up and flip it all around at this point. The form for toll-free numbers as well, they just want to be clear again with dashes. So it's 800 or whatever toll-free area code is relevant for that particular toll-free number.
844?
Studio 4.
Studio 4?
As a way of an example. So we'll say 844 dash number dash.
No, give them the full number.
788 dash 3464. There it is. And speaking of, someone already called in this morning to 844 Studio 4 because during the show, you can call in, you can give your birthdays, your anniversaries, and your yard sales, all the other events going on that you want to share with the community because we're here till 10 o'clock. The spin is going down today between 9:30 and 10. We've got some friends who are going to be joining us. Glo IV Spa is going to be in, and they're going to spin the celebration wheel.
They are.
at the end of the show, there is a yard sale going on that I've already got on the list to talk about in a little bit. And so if extension numbers are needed,
okay,
use a comma to separate the main number from the extension. And so for that example, we'll go number, dash, number, dash, number, comma, extension number.
Okay, so tell them when they call 844 Studio 4, they got to push an extension.
844-788-3464,
yes,
comma 1.
Yeah, there you go. Extension 1.
Well, push 1.
Push 1. Press 1. Ours would just say, comma, press 1.
Yes. Ours is comma, press 1, not comma, extension 1.
Because if you don't, you're not going to get billed.
It's technical. You don't have to worry about it.
We're making it easy for you guys,
That's
though.
right.
844 Studio 4, but press that 1 button to be connected to Bill.
RFK Jr. is trying to make it easy for you, too. So peptides, hot thing right now in the market. People want them.
Oh, yeah.
They're buying them under the counter, you know, and at the grocery and everywhere.
You shouldn't be buying them under the counter.
All the places that you can go. And Secretary Kennedy, DHHS, is looking to provide some updates on the peptides. You want me to take it right now? Is that what that meant? Okay, we got a caller on the line. Good morning. Thanks for calling in.
Yes, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. I have some Courtney quail chicks for sale.
Okay.
And I have some baby chicks, all sizes, for sale. And I'm looking to buy a converter box or ugly antenna.
Okay.
And my number is 704-876-5718.
Did you put the dashes in there right, Justin?
Yeah, I did. 704-876-5718.
Yes.
Okay, and quick clarifications. You got the quail chicks, and then you said baby chicks. So you got just other kinds of chicks, or is it only quails?
I got quail and I got all kind of baby chicks for sale too.
Okay.
All
chicks.
sizes.
Okay, we so appreciate you calling in this morning.
Yeah, how many chickens you got?
About 200.
200 chickens.
That's a lot of eggs.
That's a lot
I know
of
where they've been
chickens.
hiding the eggs now too. I know where they're
I
at.
bet you make some good breakfast in the morning though with those fresh eggs.
I don't catch for eggs.
No?
No. I so many, so I don't catch too much for them.
Okay.
Well, we so appreciate you calling. We hope you have a great day.
Have a great day.
Hope y'all do.
All right, we'll see you now.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye. So Secretary Kennedy's got some things to look at here that they want to explore in the peptide scenario. So here's the post. Today we took long overdue action to restore science, accountability, and the rule of law. In September 2023, the Biden FDA pushed a number of peptides into Category 2, bulk drug substances that raise significant safety risks, driving a dangerous black market that puts Americans at risk. Remember that under the counter. Now, after nominators withdrew 12 peptides, the FDA will remove them from Category 2 and will bring them to PCAC at its next 2 meetings beginning in July, where independent experts will rigorously evaluate each substance on its scientific merits using full clinical, pharmacological, and safety evidence. And here's the 12 peptides.
These are our peptides.
BPC 157.
Perfect.
Thymosin beta 4 fragment, also LKK-TETQ. Equitedlon. GHK injectable. MOTS-C. DSIP, which is amideltide. Dihexacetate. Ibutamorin mesylate. Melanton 2, KPV.
Yep.
Semix, which is heptapeptide.
Oh, that sounds like your favorite one.
Cathlicillin, LL-37.
All right.
This action begins to restore regulated access and will immediately begin shifting demand away from the black market. We will follow the science, enforce the law, and deliver the clarity patients, providers, and pharmacies deserve. But if you do need still a box of peptides, I got them out back.
Nope.
And you can just meet me over there.
Nope. Don't buy them under the counter.
They glow. You put the if you
Don't do
shine
it,
the
guys.
light on
Don't
them.
do it.
you can see them. And
Don't
that's
do
what
it.
you want.
Buy them baby chicks. Don't buy them peptides.
Quail Chicks, 704-876-5718. Go ahead and get them. Also, a yard sale going on I want to tell you about. 330 Mitchell Ave in Statesville. Multi-family yard sale happening there.
Big town.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, 10 to 5. So that's a Friday one, too. So great. Stop on over there. You'll probably find some gems.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen on WSIC. Meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
The change of seasons is tough on your system. Dust, wear, and cold snaps test its strength. Let Horn Heating and Air Conditioning prep your home before the holidays, so your heat will be ready when you need it most. Fall into the season of ah. Visit hornhvac.com, where your comfort is our business.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Let's start with one of the region's biggest food events of the year. The Carolina Barbecue Festival returns April 17th and 18th at Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte, bringing together more than 30 pitmasters and chefs from across the Carolinas and beyond. You'll find 25 pitmaster stations serving everything from whole hog and brisket to seafood and regional favorites, along with live music, local vendors, and a one-of-a-kind brick pit showcasing traditional barbecue craftsmanship. To grab tickets and learn more, visit CarolinaBBQFest.org and use code GMLKN to save 20%. And don't forget to mark your calendar for a big community celebration coming up in May. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages, with a portion of proceeds supporting a meaningful cause. For more details on Family Fest and vendor information, visit WSICnews.com.
MerleFest 2026, presented by Window World, returns April 23rd through 26th to Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear Allison Krause at Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas, Old Crow Medicine Show, Charles Wesley Godwin, Blackberry Smoke, and more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
And for even more local events and everything happening around Lake Norman, head to liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good Morning LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support, because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
I get the little jitter in the foot, too, sometimes when it's sitting there too long, you know, when you're cruising down the street. But you might hit that little traffic for just that moment. But you know what? It starts flowing again. The goal is to keep eyes up. That's what you got to do. Let's find out if everyone's doing it. RideICATS.com. Alternative transportation. $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Cruising in the HOV lane with David. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Hey, guys. Good morning again. We are currently in the hot spot of Huntersville right now. Traffic to my right is moving very slowly, almost bumper to bumper. Over to my left, pretty much the same thing. If you are coming out of Charlotte and you are using the HOV lane around mile marker 11, there is a motorist on the shoulder of the HOV lane with a flat tire. She's being assisted by another motorist. So just be careful in that area. There's a lot of vehicles on the side of the road once you get into the Charlotte area. I don't know if it's Thursday park your car and walk the rest of the way or what. But I think we counted about 4 or 5 cars on the shoulders heading into Charlotte and coming out of Charlotte. So, but right now, here again, like I said, we are in the hot spot at Huntersville, and we are in the HOV lane. We're going fine. I just hate the other folks that might be late going down south right now.
Another advantage of riding with ICATS.
That's right. You don't have to park your car and walk to Charlotte. You can just ride, sit back, put your hands behind your head, and ride with ICATS.
That's right.
Can
I ask y'all one quick question?
Yeah, yes. For sure.
Okay, I stumbled across another combination here. I'm a
okay, we got the. All right, let's go over your combinations. We got the pizza and pudding.
Mm-hmm.
We got the egg and pudding.
Yes.
All right, is this one have pudding in it too?
That's always a gimme.
Okay.
It's just implied.
All right.
It's there.
All right, what we got next?
What we can hook up to the pudding train.
Okay, hook up.
Last week, out of nowhere, just had a cup of pudding, and I see some peanut butter Ritz crackers, the little round ones.
Okay.
That's easy, David.
That's a no-brainer. That's us on a Tuesday,
right.
David. Come on. You got to make it a little bit harder for us. You know, your mom or your grandma used to make those white chocolate covered peanut butter Ritz crackers. Yeah, good times.
But see, my first thought going into this was, okay, there's peanut butter, there's chocolate. I'm thinking, is this going to taste like a Reese's cup?
Mm-mm.
It did not, but it was still good, and I encouraged to try it.
All right.
But you were on the right track, David, and that's what matters. And also matters that you get up and try again. That's what
right.
also matters.
Keep bringing those combos, though. We'll take them all.
I'll go back to the lab and try it again.
All right. That egg, though, I'm not doing the egg. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, guys, you'll have a great day.
All right.
We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, David. Take care, sir. RideICATS.com. $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County. Run by the grocery, pick up some Ritz and pudding. That's all you need.
Did your grandma ever make those little peanut butter crackers? Like it was a full Ritz cracker. You put peanut butter, creamy peanut butter in the middle, and then you cover it with white chocolate.
Well, no, maybe my dad's mom passed away before I was born,
before she
and
was
my
able
mom's
to
mom. No, we didn't really have a great relationship.
I'm so
very super close relationship. So no, she didn't make me those kinds of things.
Counseling sesh then.
so sorry.
We already had our staff meeting. What's next?
We talked earlier with Joshua Dobi, North Main Financial, about the earnings season that's coming out, and companies are making big announcements these days related to AI. This one was interesting enough yesterday that I said, okay,
this is AI.
Let's go for it. Allbirds?
Yeah, I know Allbirds.
Okay, what do you know Allbirds of?
Well, they make shoes, but now they make clothing too. They used to do just shoes.
All right, so Bull Theory, an account on X, just put up a little summary, and so I'll read it this way instead of just the generic here. A shoe company's stock is up 430% today after announcing it is ditching shoes and becoming an AI company.
What?
Allbirds, once valued at $4 billion, sold its entire shoe business for $39 million and is rebranding as Newbird AI. They plan to buy GPUs and rent out computing power to AI developers who cannot get access through Amazon or Microsoft. They were days away, I guess, from shutting down completely.
Yeah, shoes weren't doing it for
They made one memo, which we could do that.
Yeah.
Announcing that they're an AI company.
You got a pen now. We can do a memo.
And now they're in the game. Again, they're right back in it.
Company?
They're right back in it.
What the what?
So I guess this is the computing side, right? GPUs. So data centers, power, microchips. That side of the equation is where the dollars seem to be really driving right now.
This is about the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It shows you also you can do whatever you want out here.
This is America, and you can do whatever. You can take your shoe company and turn it into a data center
tomorrow,
real quick. Yeah, I bet they have all this space too for making shoes.
The warehouses,
like bring in the data.
Does this mean all of, let's say, warehousing where they've been at? And maybe they own theirs. I don't know Allbirds' portfolio like that, but if they own their space, or even let's say lease the space, and there's some other, landlord owner of the building, hey, we want to convert this to a data center or GPU house. That's not a
Why not?
crazy idea.
Yeah.
What a fancy loophole.
that we've just stumbled across
How
here.
much square footage we got in here? We got some room. We could put a data center in one of these spaces.
A few stacks and racks.
Yeah.
I got to send Coles an email.
Actually,
let's convert Coles.
As big as a Coles.
Bucky's is as big as a Coles, and I will stand by that. I've seen it with my own eyes.
No, oh my gosh, I just had the best idea. Put some of those towers in here. Put some next to Bill. It'll warm us up.
I was going to say, I got to crank that air.
Turn it down.
Crank that AC.
On your side.
And I'm going to call my friends at Horn Heating and Air Conditioning to make sure that they come and service the unit. HORNEHVAC.com.
Thank you, Allbirds. We're
Gosh.
WSSC, Lake Nova Woman, and Data Center.
It's our newest thing.
Whatever you need.
That's
yeah,
right.
Keep me warm, too. I like it.
Government says it's ready for some new things. A
Call
couple
Midas
of them.
Water. We're going to need some extra buckets.
All right. Do you want space or do you want earthbound first? Which one do you want from the government? Which one? You want space
Let's
or
go
earth
space
first? Okay, well, let's go space first.
Bad news first.
So White House made this announcement. This was actually, I think, yesterday or the day before. Guidance for building moon nuclear plants. And so we are all in. Look, this is the memo for us to come together and
There's
just
no
support
water
this.
on space. How are you going to cool it?
Well, there's moon water.
Not a lot.
You weren't here on
I
Tuesday.
missed
You were
it.
at the wellness
Yeah.
retreat,
There's
the
moon
Lake
water?
Norman wellness retreat on Tuesday. Blue Origin, right? That's Bezos's, the Amazon owner's space company. They made a rocket thing that can get moon water.
Oh.
They can get the water from the moon. They can.
Great.
They know how to, or oxygen. Excuse me, not water. Oxygen.
Oxygen. Yeah, you still need water.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause you got to cool it, which is why we have Lake Norman.
That's right.
They're going to build Lake Moon, the dark side of Lake. There's a lake. Sea of Tranquility is on the moon, but it's not an actual sea.
White House OSTP 47 putting out on X. Today we are releasing new guidance to federal agencies for establishing a national initiative for American space nuclear power, as called for by President Trump's EO on ensuring American space superiority. Nuclear power in space will give us the sustained electricity, heating, and propulsion essential to a permanent presence on the moon, Mars, and beyond. And there is an official Courier new font style memo that they also put out with a bunch of sub-provisions and guidance. And there are multiple major technology players, many of whom most of us have never heard of ever in the world, making now public presence on X and other marketing channels to let everyone know about them because they want the dollars from the government to build. And when it's want dollars from the government, well, they've got to make sure the public at least knows about them because the public money and the whole sentiment of just giving dollars to random organizations right now, I don't think is very popular these days. And so we'll start seeing more of these major technology companies introduce themselves to consumers. And the more you see that, the very, very more real it is because they're vying ultimately for dollars to be able to build nuclear power on the moon.
I still don't know how that's possible, but go for it.
It's science. We don't need to worry about the science. That's not what it matters.
It's just science. And
we
how are you
found
getting,
oxygen in space.
You know, whenever you're building something at your house, and I know that, they're going to get it's not like you and Rob going up there to build it. You're going to get some.
No, we're going.
Okay.
We're heading off next week.
Rob
actually.
takes no less than 12 trips to Lowe's for one project.
I've been with him on at least 11 of those.
So what you going to do when you're like, oh, forgot.
I left my toothbrush.
I need a 2x4. I need one more.
That's a great question. It's something that we're going to have to address. We'll wait to address that.
Quick trip back, or they're building the Lowe's first, the home improvement first on the moon, and then they can start building it.
For us that are waiting here on the Earth before we go to space altogether to Mars, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services did want to remind us of some of their efforts they've been making over the past few months. 50,000 illegal shark fins seized. In October 2025, USFWS wildlife inspectors intercepted more than 1,600 pounds of shark fins worth over $1 million across multiple U.S. ports. What started with a shipment in Anchorage, Alaska, quickly exposed a coordinated trafficking operation moving disguised cargo through Alaska, Kentucky, and Ohio. These weren't small-time violations. This was an organized criminal network exploiting protected species for profit. This is what strong law enforcement delivers. We investigate, we intercept, we shut it down. Working with partners through Operation Thunder, we are cracking down on wildlife crime, securing our borders, and making it clear that traffickers will be found and held accountable. And then they have a photo of 26 boxes of shark fins seized in Anchorage. Who's out here hunting shark fins?
What are you using shark fins for? Did I miss that in the story?
It's one of the peptides.
Okay.
Probably.
I mean, I guess it's cool to have one.
They have essential oils.
I don't know. What's
inside
just
of them.
the fin?
It's also cool necklaces.
It would be a cool necklace.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen on WSIC. Meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Spotless cleaning. How can we make your day spotless? Yes, we make not just toilets spotless, but also counters, cabinets, and kitchens. We make your whole house, your whole day spotless. My grandparents taught me the details, not the things, make your home and your life luxurious. Yes, they raised me in Brazil. And that's why we will never charge you extra for base sports. Let me help you be a diva a few hours a week. SpotlessCleaningNC.com.
But one objective.
Honey, can you turn that down?
Ladies.
Honey, can you turn it down?
Ever feel like your house is shaking every time your husband watches TV?
What?
Honey, can you turn it down?
That's not surround sound. That's hearing loss. Beltone in Mooresville and Cornelius can help. With expert hearing tests and top quality hearing aids, you can finally enjoy your TV without shaking the whole neighborhood. Visit nchearing.com to schedule your free hearing test today. That's nchearing.com.
Your marriage feels stuck. Communication is strained, trust is fragile, and counseling hasn't gone deep enough. The Kohler Group offers 5-day marriage intensives, focused, faith-based, and guided by licensed therapists. No distractions, no surface-level work, just intentional care rooted in biblical truth. These intensives are self-pay and designed for real transformation. Restore what matters most. Call or text 252-758-8636 today. With God, all things are possible.
Order up. The Serve Pickleball Plus Kitchen in Cornelius is where sport and food are paired perfectly with philanthropy. Come play, dine, celebrate, and connect. No membership required. All ages welcome. Eat, play, serve it forward. Visit theservepickleball.com.
Dreaming of a new home or a better rate? At O'Brien Home Loans, our team of independent brokers find tailored solutions that truly fit your life. Proudly serving North Carolina with honest advice and local heart. Visit O'BrienHomeLoans.com today for a free quote.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A loss for Live Nation in a landmark antitrust case. After a 6-week trial, a federal jury ruled the company and its Ticketmaster business illegally monopolized the live events industry and overcharged fans for tickets to music performances. Live Nation says it will appeal the verdict. Checking on the markets, Wall Street is betting on a ceasefire extension between the U.S. and Iran. The S&P 500 is trading at a record high on rising optimism the two sides will return to the negotiating table. But still, tensions in the Middle East remain high over the Strait of Hormuz. And Americans are splurging with their tax refund by paying down debt. At a time of stubborn inflation and soaring gas prices, lots of folks are focusing on getting their own fiscal homes in order. According to Bank of America, early tax filers increased their debt payments by about 20% in the 3 weeks after receiving a refund. That includes paying down student loans as well as car and credit card balances. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't break when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
The world's a little bigger than we remember it to be sometimes.
It's more than just exit 28.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, there's a lot of people in this
There's
world.
a lot out there.
There's a lot of need in the world too, and thankfully there's some folks that really want to help others and want to spend their time and efforts and energies and bring other people together to support. Andrew Lovedale, founder of Access to Success, friend of the show who's been here a couple of times, A2SFoundation.org, joins us this morning. Andrew, good to see you, sir.
Hey, Justin, good to see you too. Hi, Mamie.
Hi, thanks for being back with us.
Thanks for having me.
So you're traveled now, even in the past few weeks. Do you even remember what time zone you're in right now, or how's that going for you?
That's a great question. I'm still trying to figure it out. The past few days, I've been up at 3 a.m., so hopefully I'll adjust here shortly, but we'll see.
You're doing great. So for those who have not heard of Access to Success Foundation, would you share the story of the organization?
Well, Access to Success was founded in 2010, and that was just after I graduated from Davidson College. And it was just born out of the need to meet the struggles of people that we saw in Nigeria, growing up in Nigeria and seeing kids without shoes. And playing basketball at Davidson at the time, I wanted to provide shoes to my peers in Nigeria who did not have a pair of shoes. And since then, it's just transitioned into something else where we provide holistic care. So Access to Success is a faith-based nonprofit that's advancing dignified, centered pathways for youth and families in Nigeria. So through our education, our career development, and community empowerment initiatives, we've built an ecosystem that truly supports the whole person. And our vision is that each person in Nigeria finds a dignified path to a successful life and is empowered to live out God's plan of a future filled with hope. And that's exactly who we are, understanding that irrespective of where you're born, you are gifted with purpose and potential, and we want to tap into that to the fullest.
Andrew, culturally, there are people around here, when you say shoes, they can walk into their closet and there's dozens of pairs that they can look at and choose from at any single moment. So for those in Nigeria, what do shoes mean to those people, to the kids, the families that when they receive shoes, or back in those beginning days, what was that like?
It was amazing. Growing up in Nigeria, I'm 6'7", and I wear size 15 shoes. And a new pair of shoes was more expensive than my mother's 1 month salary. And so getting a new pair of shoes for a kid in Nigeria, it's providing something that will help aid their movement, not just physically, but in life. It's a gift that signifies hope. But for us, it's the very foundation. Being able to provide basic needs and then coming alongside them and saying, hey, you have been fed. You have been clothed, you have shoes. Now, let's ask you that question. What do you want to be when you grow up? What's God calling you to be? So these basic needs like shoes become a starting point for an organization like us that's striving to truly tap into the purpose and potential of every child that we come across. So for us, it's just something that's sitting in our closet. But for the work that we do, a pair of shoes becomes a conversation starter. It becomes a symbol of hope and allows us to truly tap into the whole person and not just the parts. And so I'm thankful for so many who have come alongside us over the years and really believed in the evolution of the vision of A2S in ensuring that beyond the shoes, we can actually help help kids dream, hope, and just put smiles on their faces.
10, 15, going toward 20 years now on this journey. Today, Access to Success. Where's the vision at now with it? How do you feel today? I mean, you're now talking Asia, Africa. I mean, you're multi-continent now at this point. So give us now where you see the vision at today.
For us, we're just focused on really creating purposeful pathways. And these pathways is really understanding that global landscape of leadership is changing. The global landscape of work is changing, and Nigeria sits at that intersection where we are, by 2050, Nigeria is supposed to be the third most populous nation in the world. And there's a lot happening with technology really revolutionizing things, the workforce. Anyone can work from anywhere today, and the skills that are needed to thrive continues to be in great demand. And Nigeria's greatest resource are its people. And so for us, we want to continue to tap into that understanding that there needs to be a shift. If we are truly going to break the cycle of poverty in Nigeria, as an organization, we understand that we have to jump into that conversation to change the narrative. And that's narratives like dignity should be designed, it should not be donated, right? In the way that we serve, or just understanding that, you know, the African child is not a $1 a day problem that should be solved, but rather people should really focus on trying to invest fully in people. And we've been in that space where, you know, SHU was such a great way to start. But as an organization, we've learned over the course of 15 years that we want to travel that journey. And when you look at my story from Davidson, I'm standing here today not because of one simple intervention. I'm standing here today because of so many people at different points in my life who came alongside me, whether they were mentors, whether they were providing opportunities for me. But the greatest gift that they gave me was access. And we talk about access to success today. And what we want to provide for our kids is to provide access so that they can actually pursue their God-given potential to the fullest, irrespective of where they find themselves. So as an organization, that's where we've evolved, and we are really jumping into that space to really encourage churches to think about how we do ministry, really encourage people who run organizations to kind of rethink about, you know, just evolve our thinking about how the nonprofit spaces will become relevant even in a very global changing landscape. And so that's a lot of the work that we're doing behind the scenes, and we're learning, we're evolving, and the goal for us has always been to keep the children at the center.
If I could summarize it sounds like the concept is centered around relationship is what it really sounds like.
Hey Justin, you hit the nail on the head.
What's it been like working internationally? What is that like as an organization, nonprofit? Because you do stuff here locally, right here in the Lake Norman area, but then now we're talking about Africa, we're talking about Asia, we're talking about all over the world. What's that like?
I think part of it is really just plugging into the goodness around the world. There's so many people who are driven by the need to see positive change, and we want to tap into that as much as possible. But also, we're 15 years old. When you're 15-year-old at home, your parents are starting to think, well, you need to start becoming a little bit independent, right? You need to start getting ready to leave the home. And so as an organization, we're kind of at that stage right now where we're looking at ways to become sustainable. We're also looking at ways to scale our efforts and to ensure that we're doing it in ways where our donors and people who have loved on us over time see that we are tapping into these skills and the expertise that we have on ground to actually generate some of the resources that we need to continue to evolve the programs, as we also consider how we can scale effectively into providing the type of holistic care that we provide for those that we're very, very privileged to serve.
All right, you guys have an event coming up where people can participate that will donate money back to the organization. Tell us about it.
So on the 18th of May, we do have a golf tournament. It's our second golf tournament.
Let's go.
And
you said the word, right? Golf tournament.
And it'll be happening at the Cabarrus Country Club. And we are inviting everyone at various levels. I can barely golf. So I will be there, and if I'll be there,
I'm going with big man right here. He's hitting the ball deep.
If I'll be there, you can be there. But it's just an opportunity for us to come, rally ourselves around a sport that we enjoy, be outside, and really just celebrate something that's greater than any of us, and that is just the opportunity to create purposeful pathways for youth in Nigeria. And so there'll be lots of fun. There'll be opportunity for people to make new friends, get to learn more about our organization, and even at the end, get to bid on auction items and raffles, which actually includes a foursome with a pro golfer, Will Gordon,
nice.
At Sea Island in Georgia.
Oh, wow. All right.
Lots
well,
of
now my
exciting
husband's coming. Yes, he just heard that. Yeah, he's coming too now.
Lots of exciting opportunities. And if you can put a foursome together, we can plug you in as well.
Perfect. Andrew Lovedale of Access to Success Foundation, A2SFoundation.org. Thank you so much. I mean, amazing how the Lord can put people together and how we all have purpose and we all can provide hope to others. And it's about relationship at the end of the day. You've got an opportunity to make a difference with a relationship. Access to Success, A2SFoundation.org. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you so much for having me, Justin and Mamie. You guys are amazing. Thanks
we'll
again.
We'll be right back with more
bless.
Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. But all rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen. I'm WSIC meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Let's start with one of the region's biggest food events of the year. The Carolina Barbecue Festival returns April 17th and 18th at Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte, bringing together more than 30 pitmasters and chefs from across the Carolinas and beyond. You'll find 25 pitmaster stations serving everything from whole hog and brisket to seafood and regional favorites, along with live music, local vendors, and a one-of-a-kind brick pit showcasing traditional barbecue craftsmanship. To grab tickets and learn more, visit CarolinaBBQFest.org and use code GMLKN to save 20%. And don't forget to mark your calendar for a big community celebration coming up in May. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages, with a portion of proceeds supporting a meaningful cause. For more details on Family Fest and vendor information, visit WSICnews.com.
MerleFest 2026, presented by Window World, returns April 23rd through 26th to Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear Allison Krause in Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas, Old Crow Medicine Show, Charles Wesley Godwin, Blackberry Smoke, and more. For tickets, visit MerleFest.org.
And for even more local events and everything happening around Lake Norman, head to liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Harness the healing power of horses with the amazing staff at Willow Equine in Mooresville. We create a supportive environment conducive to healing and growth, dedicated to self-discovery and overcoming adversity. There's a program for you at willowequine.com.
Good Morning LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support, because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Out in Statesville, you know the place to go. Drum Landscape Supply, where your gardens grow. From Mooresville to Cornelia, Secret to Taylorsville, they bring the dream to life, they always will. In every town, they got your back. From Moxville to Ckezepis, more than that. Experience hands, make your dream complete. Drum Landscape Supply, your garden suite.
Oh, it's beautiful outside. It's glorious. The sun is shining.
Oh, gorgeous.
You know it's good because when you drive around, you're seeing all the green everywhere. You see the leaves starting to pop everywhere. You're seeing, wow, that tree last week didn't have much green, but it looks like it's got more green now.
And I'm learning my flower names. My azaleas, my knockout roses, my hydrangeas, all looking gorgeous right now.
And where you want to go is Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop located in Statesville. But Jason and his team deliver to all of Lake Norman. Be sure to ask him about it. Or you could be like Mamie. You don't have to drive up there. You can just send him a text.
That's right.
You just take a picture of your problem, of what you're thinking you want to do, whatever advice you need. You text it over to Jason and his team, 704-253-7010. It's that easy. Jason joins us this morning from the nursery of Drum Landscape Supply. And my goodness, sir, the day looks absolutely beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It sure is. I'm out here walking through the mulch yard area and going to show some of the different stones and gravels we have. And might head back to the nursery there. It is a beautiful day. Nice and warm. It doesn't feel like April, but hey, we'll take it.
No, it's not bad. I'll take that over the cold any day.
Jason, you for whatever reason have lived the crazy life of allowing people who know nothing about landscaping to give you a call and ask for advice. So I'm going to ask you the most basic question. What is the point of mulch and pine needles and rocks and all that in my beds and garden? Because I think it really just makes me messy and it's hard work, and I don't know necessarily if I want to do it. So you tell me, is it really worth it having that in my lawn and garden?
Yes, certainly is, especially in our area here. With these fluctuations in temperatures, the mulch helps to regulate the soil temperature so those plants don't think they need to bloom and grow and then all of a sudden stop and things like that. So it's the soil temperature that regulates, when plants are going to bloom and grow, along with water. And water is also another component of the mulch. It helps to conserve it, helps to hold it into the ground and keep it cooler. And then it also acts as a couple other things. It helps with erosion control. So you won't have your topsoil or garden soil washing out if you have it covered with mulch. And then also with weed control, that is a dramatic difference. So if you have just bare dirt out there and then you have an area that has mulch, you're going to see a lot more weeds in that dirt area than you would in the mulch. So it does quite a few things, and it's really easy to apply if you don't have any tools. Pick up some bales of longleaf pine needles, and anybody can put those out.
Now, the colors of mulch, there are options, right? It's not just one, like, here's your mulch. You've got actually some
black,
choices.
red, brown, all different. It's like a rainbow out there.
Yeah, we have 10 different types of mulches. That the black, the brown, and the red dyed have been becoming more and more popular throughout the years. Our red oak mulch, which is kind of limited in supplies, it's our most popular natural mulch. And then we have the pine bark. We have cedar chips too for the aromatic cedar that also helps keep bugs away. And then we have a couple of different hardwoods. So a flavor for everybody. Folks ask me, is one more beneficial than the other? And a lot of it is personal preference, but then there are some factors, like if you need to cover a slope, you would want to use like one of the shredded hardwoods. They're going to stay in place a lot better than the pine mulch would or the cedar chips. And then the cedar actually does keep pests away. So cedar is one of them that you can safely put up along your house, and you're definitely not going to get termites in that. But if you plant smart, you won't have any issues with that anyways. And we're here to help you figure that out if you just don't know where to begin.
And where it begins when I pull into Drum Landscape Supply and I drive through the nursery. I see wheel loaders. I see big old 18-wheeler cargo containers. I see racks of stuff.
Yeah.
How's it work when someone comes to Drum Landscape Supply? What's the best way for them to kind of work through all this stuff? You got a lot going on in that yard. 1.6 trillion offerings, I think, give or take.
That's right. Yeah, we count them every year, too. The best thing to do if you've never been here is to use our upper parking lot, which is paved. If you don't have a trailer, if you're just coming in a vehicle, car or truck without a trailer, use our upper parking lot, which is a paved asphalt lot, and then just come to the end of it under the big pine tree, and our office will be just down there on the left. And you can see one of us with the logoed shirts or hats out here, or just go straight to the office and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want something pretty, and we'll be able to help you out.
I told them I carried my weed up there to show you guys, show you the root of my weed, so you can even do that. Just easy as that.
Yep. Yeah, and texting those pictures, you mentioned our text messages. That's becoming more and more popular. If you have a question on something, or or if you bought a plant from us and you're just not sure if it's looking right, or if your lawn, needs a little attention, just text us a picture to the 704-253-7010, and we can take a look at it for you. And it's another good way to ask if we have a certain product on hand at the time, or, if you could set up a delivery for a certain date. We welcome phone calls as well. But texting, is pretty convenient, as it's become a part of everyday society. So we're glad to help out in that way too.
Now, I love, Jason, when I bring the minivan up there, I back it up, I open the back tailgate, you just use the wheel loader, just dump the gravel right into the back. What about contractors, though? Are you contractor friendly there at Drum Landscape Supply too?
Yeah, contractors are a big part of our business, and, that's what we've built ourselves on, is to be their resource as they are our resources too. So homeowners can come up here. They say they need some work done. We can recommend some different folks. We've got a wall of different business cards, and all our contractors are welcome to drop something off for that. But we're here to help the contractors get what they need in one spot and get on their way pretty quickly. So you don't have to run across town for, like, say, the rolls of drainage pipe I have over my shoulder here. We have, the rolls of drain pipe. We have the big culvert pipes here, drainage boxes to go along with these pavers that you're seeing over my shoulder, and then the natural stone. And then we've got the soil and the mulch and the plants and pretty much everything you need. The only thing we don't sell here are irrigation supplies, but that's about it.
And I'm looking at this beautiful. Is this the river rock you've been talking about? Because I love river rock.
Oh, it looks really good.
I love river rock.
Yeah. So what we see over my shoulder here is the New England River Rock in those 1-ton baskets there. And then you can see our latest shipment of Tennessee Fieldstone. We've got some really nice boulders in here, some steppers, which steppers you can use as steps, or you can use them as stepping stones. Just some really neat stuff. It's one of my favorite things to do is order this rock out of, a lot of it comes out of Tennessee, but the New England comes out of upstate New York. But to order it and then see it arrive, it's almost like Christmas every day for me out here.
Well, and you've kept us surprised of, the orders that you're making, because something that's been important to you for the past 15 years at Drum Landscape Supply has been the quality of the products that you sell to the community. I think you were getting a shipment from Oregon. Was it Oregon last week, or you were getting a shipment recently? How'd it go?
Yeah. About 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it went really well. We got that truck in and started unloading at about 8 a.m. and we're actually finished by 11 a.m. this time. So it takes a team effort. I think we had 8 or 10 people unloading at various points in time, but all kinds of great looking conifers. That's the conifers and Japanese maples are the main reason that we bring in plants from out west in Oregon. Their climate is just perfect for growing them there. They grow faster there, and the conifers are really nice, and so are the Japanese maples. And then you bring them here, and they adapt to our climate really, really well. So it's a good way to get a bigger plant for a little bit less money, even though it has to ship across the country, and our freight almost doubled this year. But that's just part of it. We have a really good relationship with one big nursery out there that we've been buying from for 10 years, and they take care of us, and we take care of them. And then most of our plants here, I would say, 90+% are sourced from North Carolina locally owned nurseries. So we're supporting, the local economy, but bringing in the best stuff from across the country.
Jason, it is a beautiful day, and we're going to have a beautiful weekend coming up, but it is hot and it is dry. And so for our beautiful lawns right now, mine is still very green, but how often should I be watering it? Is it every day now? Because we haven't had rain in so long.
Yeah, so it's not every day. For irrigating your lawn, as long as you're not under any water restrictions, because unfortunately some of those are starting. And the first thing to be restricted is lawn sprinkling. They allow you to water your shrubs and trees, so that's not an issue so far. But as long as you're not under watering restrictions, 3 times a week would be the ideal amount of time. You want to make sure it runs enough to soak into the ground. You want to run it either early morning or as early as you can, overnight, and then early morning. You don't want to run it in the late evenings because that can lead to fungal issues. So get it on there early morning or overnight towards the AM hours, and about 3 times a week to really get those roots to go down towards deeper in. And if you get the water deeper, that means those roots will go farther and then last longer. So if you water every day, the roots will stay on top of the ground, and then when you can't water, they'll dry out immediately. So establishing a good deep root system will keep that lawn looking green.
You need a professional. You want someone who knows what they're doing, someone who's been doing it for a while. 15 years as a professional. Longer than that, really, but that's 15 years with Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop located in Statesville. But remember, Jason and his team deliver to all of Lake Norman, whether that be those beautiful pavers and boulders and rocks, or maybe you need some mulch or anything else there around the nursery. Jason and his team can take care of you. And if you've got something you're working on at your place and you're wondering, is this the right thing to do? You can text Jason and his team, 704-253-7010. Jason, we so appreciate you, sir. Looking forward to connecting next week. We'll keep talking lawn and garden because it is that season, sir.
That's right. Yeah, look forward to it, and I hope everybody has a great weekend.
All right, take care, sir.
See you then.
Town, got your truck bed empty, but fill it up now. Rock, smokes, and soul for your green spot. Call them up, they deliver on the dot. From Mooresville to Taylorsville, they got your back. Turn yards into wonderlands, that's the fact. Expert hands and friendly smiles. Drum Landscape Supply goes miles and miles.
Holds for now. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We'd rather not have to do it, but we're ready to go at the command of our president and at the push of a button.
And War Secretary Pete Hegseth tells Iran going back to bombing is doing it the hard way. The U.S. military blockade in the Strait of Hormuz
is the polite way that this can go.
As for Iran's threats to keep blocking all shipping,
threatening to shoot missiles and drones at ships, commercial ships that are lawfully transiting international waters, that is not control. That's piracy. That's terrorism.
On day 4 of this blockade, the U.S.'s top general, Joint Chiefs Chairman Dan Kane, says the U.S. has turned 13 ships around, not letting them into or out of Iran's ports.
Enforcement will occur inside Iran's territorial seas and in international waters.
Oil and gas prices have come down lately, but did spike up in the Iran conflict, and now a new concern.
The head of the International Energy Agency says Europe has maybe 6 months or so of jet fuel left, and cancellations could be right around the corner. IEA Executive Director Fatih Birol has been speaking to the AP about the aviation consequences of the war on Iran. He says it's the largest energy crisis we have ever faced, and the longer it goes on, the worse it'll be for everyone around the world.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Pope Leo, who's been criticized for days by President Trump over comments about the Iran conflict, just spoke in Cameroon on his African trip saying, "Blessed be the peacemakers," and
"But woe to those who manipulate religion in the very name of God for their own military, economic, or political gain."
The president has said he's not a fan of Pope Leo, calling him weak on crime, and he doesn't want a pope who thinks it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Breaking news out of Virginia. Justin Fairfax, who was lieutenant governor 2018 to 2022, murdered his wife and then shot and killed himself. America's listening to Fox News.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The NBA playoffs are right around the corner, and now you can trade on every game on Kalshi. You can also trade on who wins each series, the conference finals, and the championship. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in the live market. No house and no odds maker. And as the odds move, you can buy in and out anytime throughout the postseason. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app, use code PRESS to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
While the U.S. blockade on Iran's ports continues a 4th day in the Strait of Hormuz, the military also continues to target drug smuggling off the South American coast.
It's the 5th boat hit since Saturday on the eastern Pacific Ocean. U.S. Southern Command released a video of the strike and says 3 people were killed. There were more than 50 strikes on suspected drug smuggling boats in the Pacific and Caribbean since September, killing nearly 180 people. The Trump administration says the boats are operated by designated narco-terrorist organizations in Latin America, and the strikes are part of an armed conflict. Human rights organizations and some legal experts say even if the people on board are trafficking drugs, they're civilians who should be dealt with as criminal suspects, not military targets. Chris Foster, Fox News.
An American woman remains missing at sea near the Bahamas. Lynette Hooker. Her husband, Brian, claims she fell overboard off their small boat during rough seas at night, headed back to their yacht. He was arrested last week and questioned and then released the other day, not charged. Yesterday, Brian Hooker returned to the U.S., where his mother is said to be sick. There was a rescue off the coast of Mexico.
A Carnival cruise ship is being credited with saving a sailor and his cat after spotting a distress call in the Gulf earlier this week. The cruise line says the crew aboard Carnival Legend sailing from Galveston to Cozumel saw emergency flares from a stranded sailboat and quickly launched a rescue. They brought the man and his cat, named Dahlia, safely on board, where they both got a warm welcome. Carnival says both were in stable condition after the rescue. Not exactly the excursion passengers signed up for, but one that ended with 2 extra lives safely on board. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
We have an unemployment update. Jobless claims fell last week by about 5% to 207,000, though the number of people continuing to collect benefits rose to just over 1.8 million. On Wall Street, rising stock futures suggest more gains at the opening bell this hour, on top of the record highs that the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 hit yesterday. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen and WSIC. Meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
Listing your home can feel overwhelming. The market here in Lake Norman moves fast, and mistakes can be costly. At Blue Oak Realty Group, we're here to make the entire process easier and less stressful for you. That's why we've created a free, step-by-step listing checklist to help you get started. Download your listing checklist for free at blueoakrealtygroup.com so that you can move forward with ease and confidence. That's blueoakrealtygroup.com.
Prepare yourself for the greatest feeling you'll ever have in your life. It starts right now. It starts at the bottom of your heel, kind of works up to the arch, makes your way toward the back of your thigh.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, before you know it, it's in your belly. And then it's coming up out your throat. And it's you talking, and it feels good. You call in 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. That's the number you call if you have something you want to celebrate, like a birthday and anniversary.
That's right.
Because at the end of the show, we are doing the spin, and somebody's going to win a great prize pack.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts by giving a call, 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. You tell Bill about your birthday. You make sure you get on the list because we're spinning that wheel at the end of the show. And it's not going to be us. I'm not touching it. I'm not allowed to. Glo IV Spa, though.
They're going to be here.
They're here. They're going to be spinning the wheel.
Alicia Russ, the owner of Glo IV Spa, is going to be here. You ever had IV?
I have.
Just for funsies?
Funsies.
Yeah. I get them all the time. I love them.
You get rejuvenated and recharged.
You do. You get that little burst. And they also do Botox treatment while, because, you're sitting there.
Double.
Yeah,
wow.
while you're getting your IV, you're just sitting there hanging out. So, yeah, why not fix them 11s?
You better take care of them.
Yep.
Better take care of them. Is there a yard sale going on this weekend? Probably quite a few things, and we've got a couple already from some callers that called in earlier want to let you know about. So a yard sale going on tomorrow, 330 Mitchell Ave in Statesville. It's from 10 to 5, so it's a Friday daytime sale, 10 to 5. But here's the best part. It's multi-family. And so
Big time.
you're going to find some gems in there when it's the multifamily. That's right. So 330 Mitchell Ave tomorrow, 10 to 5, it's going down. And so you want to be sure to go by because, again, a multifamily yard sale,
Yeah.
Lord knows what you're going to find in there. Are you looking for quail chicks or baby chicks?
Always.
All sizes. And we'll kind of double this one up because that's like if you're looking for something, But he's looking for something too. The gentleman who called in who's got the quail chicks for sale and the baby chicks. He's looking for a converter antenna.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he's trying to talk to Ronnie Ward, Ugly Antenna Man. But looking for it. Either way, quail chicks, baby chicks, or if you got the converter antenna, 704-876-5718. 704-876-5718.
All right, you mentioned a multifamily yard sale. I got something better than that coming up on May the 2nd from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., the WSIC Family Fest.
Oh,
you want to talk about a multifamily yard sale? It is the entire Statesville community that's going to be coming together. All the families are going to be coming together for that one. So on May the 2nd at Purple Heart Homes facilities, we're going to be having, there it is.
Sorry,
That's
Bill was
at
editing and I messed him up. Sorry about that, Bill. You can go back to it.
755 Washington Avenue in Statesville. We're celebrating 79 years of WSIC. We're going to have a large community yard sale featuring vendors, family fun, and bargain hunters hosted at Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville. Food vendors, live music, and family-friendly activities throughout the day. And a portion of the proceeds support Purple Heart Homes. They're going to be making that amazing chicken. You don't even have to go to Winston-Salem to get that
You
chicken.
get that chicken right there.
You don't even have to go to Winston-Salem. You come
That's
right
right.
to Statesville to get it.
That's right.
Right now, we still have spaces for vendors. And if you want to sell the stuff right out of the back of your car,
You
you
come
go ahead
hang
and
out
sign
with us.
up.
That's
Yep.
right. Be sure to
Easy
sign
way
up.
to do it. Head over to WSICnews.com. Click at the very top of the page, WSIC Family Fest
Now,
2026.
you go and tell your friends, because I know some are going to show up at the gate
I know you
early.
are.
And that, like they did last time we did the yard
I
sale,
know
you
they
just
are.
show up early and just come on in. But the gate will be closed until we're allowed to open it.
Till
So
8
just know
a.m.
that. But be ready. Load on in. The team will be there. We're very excited to be part of Family Fest again this year. Last time we did it, we called it Pat Fest a couple of years ago, celebrating the great Pat Shannon. And so this year, calling it Family Fest and just taking the time to celebrate with the community, all just the wonderful things going on. And really, it's about the people having an opportunity just to hang out, hug your neck, say hey. We're going to be on the radio, too, during the day, so we're going to be having a lot of fun walking around. You might get a microphone in your face. If you don't like it, you can just tell me to buzz off. And come eat some
Kind
chicken.
of like those, what are those selfies that you used to do? Surprise selfies or something?
Well, yeah, take a random selfie with
Random
somebody.
selfie, yeah. Random microphone in your
That'll
face.
change the world.
There you go. So that's happening in Statesville, which is in Iredell County, and Iredell County has some water restrictions that
They
were just
did. So
announced.
what also would change things if we aren't allowed to shower. But I think we're allowed to shower. So we've got this. This is IredellWater.com. Mandatory outdoor water usage restrictions in effect for all Iredell Water customers. They posted this April 14th. I believe it did start yesterday, the 15th. All Iredell Water customers are under the following restrictions. Outdoor water use is significantly limited, and customers are asked to be mindful of their indoor use. Lawn irrigation will be restricted to one overnight period per week based on an odd-even schedule, with no daytime watering allowed. And here's the irrigation schedule. Odd number addresses, Saturday 8 p.m. to Sunday 8 a.m.
Just once a week.
Even numbered and unnumbered addresses, 8 p.m. on Sunday until 8 a.m. on Monday. So odd number, Saturday evening is your night.
Mm-hmm.
Even and unnumbered addresses.
There's unnumbered addresses out there.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can just have a parcel of land.
Oh,
Ain't got
okay.
no number assigned from USPS
All right.
yet. And then Sunday is your night if you're even numbered and unnumbered.
All right, I'm an even number. I live in Met County. I don't live in Iredell County, but I'm an even number. So I would water Sunday.
Sunday
to
night
Monday.
after
Sunday
8
night.
p.m.
Sunday night.
But before 8 a.m. on Monday.
Gotcha.
Bill, what you got? Sir, you got some? He's got a hand up. He dropped something, I think, right at the perfect time.
Great.
What if I'm on well water?
Oh.
Well, you're not using
county water.
County
so
water.
You can do whatever you want as long as your well don't run dry.
I will.
Bill's in Iredell County.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You are in Iredell County. So yeah, you can.
These apply to you, Bill.
You can do whatever you want. Washing driveways, sidewalks,
I'm on
patios,
the well.
parking lots, and other outdoor services not allowed.
Yeah, those are non-essential uses of water.
Bill can do whatever
They're
he wants.
prohibited. Right. If you're on well, I think that's a different. Yeah, because it's not Iredell water.
I'm not a customer.
No. Residential car washing, Bill can wash his car.
I'll wash your car.
Anybody on Iredell water can't.
Call 844-STUDIO-4. I'll come wash your car this afternoon.
Filling or refilling of swimming pools using hydrants or other bulk water sources is prohibited.
What? I didn't think you could do that anytime.
Pool filling through an active residential or commercial metered service connection is permitted.
Okay.
Topping off is allowed as needed. You know, we got to keep the pools full.
Yeah, Bill, fill up your pool.
Operating ornamental fountains or ponds not required to sustain aquatic life.
So your koi pond's okay, though.
Yes, you can keep the fish alive.
Okay.
But if it doesn't have critters in it, you got to turn it off.
Turn it off.
You got to let it get all moldy. You might want to just empty it, because in that way it won't get all
Maybe
nasty.
use that water to fill your pool.
And then you can deal, you just take it, move it on over. In addition, Iredell Water customers are asked to take the following steps to prevent water waste inside and outside of their homes, repair all known leaks, limit lawn and garden watering to only what is necessary for plant survival during your hours, avoid running faucets unnecessarily while shaving or rinsing dishes. There are people that just turn on the faucet and then just like brush their teeth while the water's running.
They don't say brushing your teeth. I guess you can do whatever you want.
Use dishwashers and washing machines only when fully loaded. Take shorter showers and limit unnecessary indoor water use. Reuse water where possible, especially drinking water. Just kidding. For plants and landscaping, use hoses with shut-off nozzles when watering. Limit operation of water-cooled equipment where applicable.
I can give you some koi pond water.
Sell it by the bucket.
It's old. Like a solid.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, our scorcher of an April continues to roll on as we hover right around record territory over the next couple of days. Still staying dry and hot for April. We'll warm up into the low 90s this afternoon, Friday too, and Saturday. And then Sunday, we're a little cooler in the 70s with at least a chance, although it's low, for some scattered showers. We need all the rain we could get, really, at this point. That's your forecast from the Serve Pickleball and Kitchen on WSIC. Meteorologist Chase Myers. Stay cool.
Looking for the perfect way to spend a spring Saturday? Make it WSIC's Family Fest, May 2nd from 7 to 2 at Purple Heart Homes in Statesville. It's more than just great deals, it's live music, local food, family fun, and a chance to give back. A portion of proceeds supports Purple Heart Homes and their mission to serve veterans with safe housing. Bring the kids, bring your friends, and enjoy a day that truly means something. Visit WSICnews.com for details.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Let's start with one of the region's biggest food events of the year. The Carolina Barbecue Festival returns April 17th and 18th at Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte, bringing together more than 30 pitmasters and chefs from across the Carolinas and beyond. You'll find 25 pitmaster stations serving everything from whole hog and brisket to seafood and regional favorites, along with live music, local vendors, and a one-of-a-kind brick pit showcasing traditional barbecue craftsmanship. To grab tickets and learn more, visit CarolinaBBQFest.org and use code GMLKN to save 20%. And don't forget to mark your calendar for a big community celebration coming up in May. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages, with a portion of proceeds supporting a meaningful cause. For more details on Family Fest and vendor information, visit WSICnews.com.
MerleFest 2026, presented by Window World, returns April 23rd through 26th to Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear Allison Krause in Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas, Old Crow Medicine Show, Charles Wesley Godwin, Blackberry Smoke, and more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
And for even more local events and everything happening around Lake Norman, head to liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Is your yard ready for a refresh? Drum Landscape Supply has over 10 types of mulch, beautiful boulders, decorative gravel, and a unique plant nursery bursting with shrubs, trees, and perennials. Call today for up to 70% off pavers and stone. Visit drumlandscapesupply.com today.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local starts here.
I got my papers.
You're ready to go.
Look, I was not a regular on the Home Ad Show. You filled in a good number of times.
Been there.
This is new territory for me here. This is still Good Morning LKN, but we've done a little hybrid, a little switch up. I don't know what time Bag of Mail comes.
9:45. 9:45. Yeah,
right.
and then we'll spin the prize wheel after.
Gotcha.
For birthdays and anniversaries. And we're not spinning it. Glo IV Spa will
right.
be in to spin the celebration
Alicia
reel.
Russ will be in. But yes, we have several things on for Bag of Mail today. You can email homead@wsicnews.com if you want to get in. And I can stack my papers.
One of the papers I've got that I want to let you know about. If you can't hear the papers smacking, then you're going to want to know what this one says. And it says you need to call Harlan over at Belltone. Are you tired of hearing, what? What'd you say?
Yes.
Yelling at each other from across the house is probably one of the most frustrating scenarios. And it could be because you haven't yet got that free hearing test you need to go by Belltone and get. And it's as easy as going to nchearing.com, finding the right location, and going to there to get the free hearing test, because Harlan's a third-generation hearing expert,
He knows what's up.
specialist here. His father was one. His father's father was a hearing specialist before him. He's seen the inside of any ear. Your ear cannot be embarrassing to Harlan. He has seen it. And he will let you know, too, with that free hearing test. This is the advantage. He tells you, is it something really that a hearing aid can help?
Right.
Or do you need to go to the doctor? And maybe this is more medically related rather than just hearing related, and him and his team can help you with that. So again, nchearing.com. You want to go by Belltone's location, and here's the cool part. They work with the insurance companies.
Oh, that's amazing.
Harlan and his team take care of the stress of dealing with insurance. They coordinate it all. nchearing.com. Give them a call today, and you can give them your needs and come by and get that free hearing test. Let's hop over to the phones. Thanks for calling in the show. How you doing?
I think we lost him.
Thanks for calling in. How are you?
How you doing?
Oh, doing all right, sir. How about you?
Good. This is Dave. You guys
Dave!
doing okay today?
Yeah,
Doing
we're
all
doing
right. How
great.
about you, man?
How's it going, Dave?
I'm doing good. I'm buying and selling today.
What you
you
buying?
got?
What you
I don't
selling?
know about I don't know about trading. I need to make some quick cash, hopefully today, if I can.
Okay,
All right, what you
Dave.
buying?
Actually, I'm not buying. I'm just selling right now.
Just selling. All right, what you
Money.
selling?
I
What you
crossed
selling?
off buying. What you selling, Dave?
I have a 2016 Kid Yamaha electric four-wheeler. It's like a Power Wheels.
Yeah.
I've been having it for the longest time. I need to move this thing out of here as soon as possible.
It's like
I had
a
a high price on it. I had a high price on it, but I dropped the price down tremendously.
what's the price on it?
$75.
$75. All right.
That's a killer deal, right?
That's a great
$75
deal.
for the 2016 Yamaha Grizzly Kids electric four-wheeler. Comes with a brand new battery and charger. The battery alone is worth $75. So if I get $75 for it, first come, first serve takes it out of here.
All right, you got a phone number for us?
What's that?
Phone number?
My phone number is 980-829-5585. Or they can call me anytime, day or night, on another number at 828-241-1130.
All right.
980-829-5585. Let me give you that number, Dave. 980-829-5585.
828-241-1130 is the other number. They can call me anytime, day or night.
All right.
828-241-1130.
Yes, and my cell phone number is 980-829-5585.
All right.
980-829-5585.
Yes. And I also have 2 more fresh homemade pumpkin breads I just made as of this morning. I'm asking $1.50 extra now for my homemade pumpkin pies.
Okay. What's the full price on them? Are they $1.50 each, or how much they cost?
The full price on my homemade pumpkin pies now are $16.50.
$16.50. All right. It's tough to get a pumpkin pie though in the summertime, so that's a hot commodity.
Yeah, it's $1.50 sales tax now.
Ah, totally understand.
It takes quite some time to make them and stuff for the pies.
I get it. You did your taxes yesterday, and then you're like, it's time to raise the prices. Totally understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can still move these pies out. I got 8 of them in the big freezer, and I got two fresh ones made as of this morning in the freezer now.
They freeze well?
Hopefully I'll get some buyers. But they could call me at the same numbers for pie orders. And I also have fresh banana and pumpkin breads, homemade pumpkin and banana breads too for sale. The breads are still $10 each.
Okay, sounds good.
We
Thanks,
appreciate
Dave.
you, Dave. We hope you have a great day.
Yeah, and I have a 24-hour yard sale going on.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you called about that earlier this week, your 24-hour yard sale. Still happening?
Yeah, it's on my front porch. It's all set up. The prices are marked individually on my front porch. The sign is out at the end of the driveway. It's all on the honor system, so they can come anytime, day or night, and just drop the money in the drop box on the front railing.
All right, what's that address again for us, Dave?
4914 Thornburg Road, Catawba, North Carolina.
Thornburg Road, Catawba, North Carolina.
Yeah, Thornburg, THRONEBURG.
Gotcha. Catawba, North Carolina.
And the zip code is 28609.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Dave.
You guys send me some customers.
All right, we'll do our best. You guys head on out.
Yeah. Thank you. God bless you. Have a blessed day.
You too.
See you, Dave.
Bye-bye.
All right, there you go. Got a couple of things here. I started just researching the 2016 Kid Yamaha
Are you
Grizzly
thinking about getting
electric
that?
four-wheelers
What age
for
is
$75.
That's a good
you
deal.
know? It seems like a killer deal. I mean, I'd say the young kid version for sure. If it's the one I'm looking at here of a 24-volt, definitely an opportunity for a family who's looking for a fun toy for their kids. $75 is a killer deal. 980-829-5585, 828-241-1130. Yeah, that's two different numbers because he gave both. 980-829-5585. Also, 828-241-1130. Has that 24-hour yard sale going on, 4914 Thornburg Road in Catawba, North Carolina. That's 28609. Don't forget about the pies, though. I don't think you want to sleep on the pies here because custom, homemade pumpkin pies in the springtime
hard to find
is a rare treat, and that's something you should definitely be celebrating. We're celebrating today. We're going to be celebrating with Glo IV Spa. They're going to be coming in doing the spin between 9:30 and 10. Remember, at the end of the show, we spin that celebration wheel. So if you've got a birthday, you've got an anniversary, give Bill a call, 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. He'll take down the birthday, he'll take down the anniversary, and we will celebrate with you when we spin that wheel. Want to remind you, yard sale going on tomorrow, 10 to 5, 330 Mitchell Ave in Statesville is where that one's happening. It's a multi-family sale.
Big time.
And that's where you've got the gem of the gems.
That's right.
That's where you find the stuff that you might be taking to Bill Brewer over at Carolina Prospectors later and say, Bill, is this worth anything?
Oh, yeah.
And he might say, I don't know. Or he might say, yep, it's worth a lot. Quail chicks and baby chicks, all sizes, available for you. 704-876-5718 is the number there. He's also happened to be looking for something as well. Converter antenna, and he can call him the ugly antenna man if he wants to possibly just go that route too. 704-876-5718. Don't forget, Iredell County, those water usage restrictions going on started yesterday with this drought. It's just really just so dry out there, and it's tough. And so hopeful and praying for everybody as we're having to now kind of rally together and limit the water uses if you're on Iredale water. If you're on well, though, I think you just kind of
do whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Thanks for calling in the show. How are you?
Just fine. How you doing today?
Oh, doing well, sir. So appreciate you.
I still got the 71 Buick Skylark, centerfold, four shifter. I got some other parts for that vehicle. I also have some brand new inner fenders for an F-250 Ford 2000 from 99 up to 2010. They go under the back of the fenders. They're plastic, and they slip in there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm asking $100 for that set. Like I said, they're brand new, never used. I also have plenty of tires, anywhere from 14s to 20s. If you need any, I've got sets of them, or I'll sell you all of them for one price. And I'm looking to buy cars, trucks from 60s to 2020. Running or not running, I'm looking to buy them. And I'm at the corner of 2019 West Front Street. That's a Wooten in front. If you want to bring whatever you got for sale by here, I'll be glad to look at it and try to buy it off of you. My number is 704-871-9909.
704-871-9909.
I'm interested in that 71 Buick Skylark. Is that fully restored?
No, this is just the center console and four shifter, and some parts I'd bought from when I had like 5 or 6 years, about 8 years ago. I'd bought a convertible, and I had all these extra parts left over. I did buy a 70 Cyclone I'm restoring, but it's going to take a long time. Mercury Cyclone, it's going to take a long time to restore that car because it already starts stripping it to restore it.
When you think of classic cars, what's the one
What's the
car?
one?
What's the
the
one?
The one you're looking for that you're like, oh, if I can get this one, that's going to be it.
Well, I've had this one in one of my muscle car books since 2018, and I kept looking at the picture of it, and the guy had it on Marketplace, and I didn't really want to buy the car already stripped down. I got put back together by the side. Just go ahead and buy the car and go with it. But I love my old cars. The only thing I like better than old cars is Corvettes.
All right, sir. We so appreciate you. 704-871-9909. We'll let them know.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too. Take care. Thanks for calling the show. How you doing this morning?
We're just rolling through it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. We are on commercial break here. You're on the digital stream. Do you want to wait and hang out for the radio, or you want to go ahead and start chatting now? I'll leave it up to you.
Well, I've got a couple things for sale. I can wait. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah, let's hang out. A couple minutes for me if you don't mind, and then I'll bring you right back on as soon as we're back.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you got to call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or biglou.com.
Jay White here from Centralina Realty. At Centralina Realty, we believe it's all about you. If it's time to sell your home, don't go it alone. Put the team here at Centralina Realty to work for you. Go to CentralinaRealty.com and let's get started.
Reimagining care, restoring trust. Discover One Health, where our mission is creating the health care we all deserve. One Health provides comprehensive primary care and OBGYN services across the Lake Norman area. Visit our website at onehealthmpc.com to read our story and find a provider.
Welcome to a Bible Minute with Pastor Randy Mitchell from Temple Baptist Church in Statesville.
The Bible says in 1 John chapter 2, verse number 15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Folks, when God talks about loving the world is not just the breaking of the Ten Commandments. The world is a system, and the worldly system is orchestrated by Satan. It feeds off of our fleshly, sinful nature, and it's everything about us that wants to influence us and affect our life toward things that dishonor God. The next verse talks about the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. These are all the things, the categories of the love of the world, but obviously a relationship with God is a love relationship. We have to make a choice. You can love the world or you can love God, but you can't do both.
Thanks for listening to A Bible Minute with Pastor Randy Mitchell here on WSIC.
Free admission, live music, amazing finds, and a mission that matters. WSIC's Family Fest, May 2nd at Purple Heart Homes in Statesville. Be there. Visit WSICnews.com for details.
The weather's warming and your backyard is calling. G&B Energy makes it easy to bring people together. Premium grills, cozy fire features, and clean, efficient propane to make your outdoor season sizzle. G&B Energy features grills by Napoleon and Wilmington, along with expert service. Swing by Tuesdays in April and May and get your grill tank filled for only $10. You heard right, $10 Tuesdays at any G&B Energy location. Visit gbenergy.com for restrictions.
Need a ride? ICATS has you covered. Tuesdays to the VA in Salisbury, Thursday to Winston-Salem, and Fridays to Hickory. Plus, run errands every day around Iredell County for just $1. Visit rideicats.com.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Shares of Hims and Hers Health surging in early trading. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says drug regulators are planning to loosen restrictions around a dozen popular peptide injections. The FDA will take steps to allow certain peptides to be made by compounding pharmacies. That could bode well for telehealth companies like Hims, which have signaled plans to sell peptides once regulations are changed. Checking on your money this morning, the U.S. and Iran are said to be considering a 2-week ceasefire extension. Stock futures are on the rise. The S&P 500 is looking at hitting another record high today. By the way, streaming giant Netflix reports earnings after the closing bell this afternoon. And Jeep and Chrysler maker Stellantis has inked an artificial intelligence deal with Microsoft. The companies will co-develop AI tools for areas such as customer support and maintenance. Stellantis will also deploy AI for further protection against cyber attacks. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
It's a wonderful day to buy, sell, and celebrate.
Yes.
And you can do that every day. You call in 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. Alicia with Glo IV Spa is here to be part of the spin shortly in the show, and we're going to chat with Alicia. But let's get back to the phones because we did have a caller who was so willing to patiently wait before we get back here to the break. Good morning. Thanks again for calling into the show this morning.
Good morning. I have 3 push mowers for sale, and I also have, if anybody out there is refurbishing a 49 Mercury, I've got a owner's manual. It's very little worn. And I also have a couple of park light lenses for that 49 Mercury. My phone number is 704-360-2113.
704-360-2113.
I think our caller right before the break would enjoy chatting with you. Yeah, you guys should get together because he had cars and he's buying and selling cars. So it sounds like you guys could hang out and have a good time together.
Yeah, I didn't understand what he was working on, but I did pick up on him working on classic cars. But anyway, I don't need these anymore. I'm finished with refurbishing.
How'd it go?
Last one I had was a 67 Cougar.
Oh, wow. Even I know what that is.
All right.
All right, you have a great day. Thanks so much for calling in.
Hope you have a blessed day also.
All right, take care. All right, they got 3 push mowers. And then also, if you're refurbishing a 49 Mercury, he's got the manual for you. Because that's important.
49 Mercury manual. That's been around for.
You got to have that if you're working on a 49.
Almost as long as almost as long as WSIC.
Alicia, I'm not going to put you out like this on the first go, but I'm going to ask you a personal question if that's okay. Do you remember your first car you bought?
Absolutely. It was a Grand Prix. Yeah. 2-door, burgundy, the gray roof that has the fabric that would fall down after so many years.
Blow in the wind.
Yes. Exactly. That
Billowing.
was it.
Kids today will never know.
Exactly. They don't know what that means.
Nope.
Yes, that was my first car. Loved it. It was like maybe $1,500.
Okay.
My dad had the cash laid out on the table for the guy because that's how you did it. They came to your house and it was like counting the cash.
It was all organized.
Yes, it was all organized and was like, here's your money, here's your title. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. Yeah.
Yes.
Alicia of Glo IV Spa hanging out with us for the spin today. Alicia, for those that don't know Glo IV Spa, share with us the story real quick of Glo IV Spa.
Yeah, Glo IV Spa is a mobile concierge service delivering fluids, IV therapy directly to the IV in your vein. It goes directly to your bloodstream. So it's a really quick way to feel rejuvenated, have energy. People do it for recovery, and you can do it in your home, in your office, at your event, before your event, after your event, and any other way that you want to just see your wellness boosted. It really is just a great way.
Well, we'll talk more about getting that energy.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phones. We got
All
somebody
right.
called
We got some
in.
energy on the phones.
Good morning. Thanks for calling into the show.
Good morning. Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've got I'm looking for somebody to work on a Bose radio. We got an old Bose radio, but we can't find anybody to work on it. So if somebody has that knowledge, that'd be great. And I also have a thing that holds water hose. And it'll hold it probably over 200 feet, and it's got 4 tires on it. You can pull it around.
It's like a hose holder cart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's got 4 wheels on it, and it's got air in the tire.
How much you want for that?
Okay, $50.
$50.
Steal.
What a deal.
And there's about probably 50 or 75 foot of hose already on it.
Includes 50 feet of hose.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, includes 50 feet.
All right.
Okay, what's a good number? Or do you have anything else? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it. Okay, my number is 704-902-7277. I'm in Statesville.
704-902-7277.
Yes.
Okay, well, we thank you so much for calling in this morning. Sounds like a great opportunity because it's beautiful this week. Someone get out there in their garden and have a new hose and a cart. Make it easy for them.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for calling. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
All right, there you go. Bose Radio does need some work. They're looking for somebody to fix it. They're not trying to sell the radio. They need somebody who knows how to do repairs to appliances.
Small electronic repairs. There you go. If you can do that, give her a call.
Hose holder cart. Also important for a couple of reasons. One, you need a hose when you're outside in the lawn and garden.
That's
you do
right.
need that. Now, right now, I do want to remind everyone about their Iredell water restrictions right now. If you are odd number home, you are Saturday evening into Sunday. And if you're even or unnumbered home, you are Sunday night into Monday for your allotted time for watering your lawn. But if you want that hose holder cart, because it's easy to move it around, for your lawn, this seems like a great $50. It includes also 50 feet of hose. I don't know the going rate of hose right now.
Yeah, that's a
but
deal.
$1 a
That's a deal.
foot seems reasonable.
Yeah.
With the holder.
With the whole... Buy one, get a holder.
Yeah.
You know? 704-902-7277 is the number. Want to remind you of a couple of things from our friends that have called in today, too, already. Yard sale tomorrow, 10 to 5, 330 Mitchell Ave in Statesville. This is the multi-family yard sale. So this is where you find the gem of the gems, you know? 10 to 5, 330 Mitchell Ave in Statesville. Are you looking for quail chicks or baby chicks whatsoever? My guys got you here. 704-876-5718. The quail chicks are showstoppers.
Yeah? I've never seen a you ever seen a quail
Me
chick?
either. I
Alicia?
haven't, but I'm thinking my son loves chickens, and he's been trying to convince me to get a chicken for a very long time. And I said, I think our HOA would be against that, so that's going to be a no.
But maybe quail isn't on the list of HOA.
Oh, okay. That's true. Okay.
We've got someone who's selling a 2016 Kid Yamaha Grizzly, though. Now, this one the HOA might not be okay with. I don't know here. $75. And this seems like
that's
a
a
killer
great deal. With the battery.
With the battery. New battery. He's also got some fresh pumpkin pies that just came out. He's trying to get rid of those. $16.50 per pie. Gave two numbers just in case. 980-829-5585. 980-829-5585. Also 828-241-1130. That's 828-241-1130.
That's our same friend that's having that 24-hour yard sale.
He does. And so he's got the porch all ready. He says he's got all the tickets on there, so it says how much every item costs. And he does kind of more the honor system of, there's a bucket there so you can leave it. 4914 Thornburg Road, and that's in Catawba, North Carolina, 28609. And then our friend who called with the center console and shifter for the 71 Buick Skylark, I'm calling in for that. Also air fenders for the 96 to 2010 Fords, $100 for those. Tires, he's got various ones, 14s to 20s, and then he's looking to buy cars from the 60s to the 2020s. Really looking to buy. He's ready to. 704-871-9909. So if you've got that car in the yard that you thought was a clunker at this point because you're not really trying to keep onto it, you can go and get rid of it. 3 push mowers, and also if you're refurbishing a 49 Mercury, he's got the manual. So that's what you can get from him. He also does have some park light lenses from the 49 Mercury too. 704-360-2113. We're hanging out with Alicia from Glo IV Spa, who's getting ready to spin the prize wheel.
There you go.
We are going to celebrate.
Birthdays. We got 2 from Bag of Mail, but we can have more. So you guys call in those birthdays and anniversaries.
That's right. And don't forget about the Bose Radio Needs Work and the hose holder cart too.
Yeah, really good.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Let's start with one of the region's biggest food events of the year. The Carolina Barbecue Festival returns April 17th and 18th at Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte, bringing together more than 30 pitmasters and chefs from across the Carolinas and beyond. You'll find 25 pitmaster stations serving everything from whole hog and brisket to seafood and regional favorites, along with live music, local vendors, and a one-of-a-kind brick pit showcasing traditional barbecue craftsmanship. To grab tickets and learn more, visit CarolinaBBQFest.org and use code GMLKN to save 20%. And don't forget to mark your calendar for a big community celebration coming up in May. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages. WSIC Family Fest 2026 celebrates 79 years of WSIC with a full day of shopping, family fun, and giving back, all with free admission. It takes place at the Purple Heart Homes headquarters in Statesville and features a large community yard sale, food vendors, live music, and activities for all ages, with a portion of proceeds supporting a meaningful cause. For more details on Family Fest and vendor information, visit WSICnews.com.
MerleFest 2026, presented by Window World, returns April 23rd through 26th to Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear Allison Krause in Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas, Old Crow Medicine Show, Charles Wesley Godwin, Blackberry Smoke, and more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
And for even more local events and everything happening around Lake Norman, head to liveworkplaylkn.com. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Spotless Cleaning, how can we make your day spotless? Yes, we make not just toilets spotless, but also counters, cabinets, and kitchens. We make your whole house, your whole day spotless. My grandparents taught me the details, not the things, make your home and your life luxurious. Yes, they raised me in Brazil. And that's why we will never charge you extra for baseboards. Let me help you be a diva a few hours a week. Spotless Cleaning and C.com.
Struggling with focus, memory, or mental clarity? Royer Neuroscience offers personalized, remote brain training designed to improve your cognitive health. Anywhere, anytime, you can boost focus, enhance mental performance, and thrive emotionally and physically. Visit RoyerNeuroscience.com and reclaim your brain today.
Feeling stressed? Can't focus? It's not just in your head, it's in your brain. Dr. Tim Royer shows you how to reset and refocus on Your Brain Matters. Thursdays at 4 on WSIC. Listen live, on air, online, or on the WSIC News app.
Family-focused, customer-centered. At O'Brien Home Loans, we believe every customer deserves the best care when buying or refinancing the home of their dreams. We're family-owned, built on values that put you first. From first homes to debt consolidation and self-employed loans, we've got the experience and the heart to guide you through. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Visit O'BrienHomeLoans.com for your free quote today.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
It's that time to celebrate.
We were supposed to wait for the woohoo.
Well,
it's coming. It's coming. Here we go. Woohoo. Okay, now we're ready.
Celebration.
I got my papers. It's bag and mail time, and I'm taking over bag and mail, guys. Look, I got so many
my papers.
Can you hear them? So many papers here, guys. So make sure you email homead@WSICnews.com so I can read your bag of mail. We're going to start with the yard sale.
Oh.
We got Debbie Sloan.
Oh.
3-family yard sale.
Well, Debbie, I so appreciate you sending this one on in.
Oh, now you don't know that Debbie talks like that.
Debbie, we both know you talk like this.
Debbie may talk like this.
Okay, sorry.
Debbie has a 3-family yard sale Saturday, 7 a.m. until, so starts tomorrow, 7 a.m. until it's gone. 309 Schumacher Drive off Highway 21 in Statesville. Toddler clothes, toys, miscellaneous, adult clothes, household, tools, miscellaneous, hardware, push lawnmower.
You know the category right there that matters, miscellaneous.
There's miscellaneous all over the place. Going to be a good time, though. 3-family. When we say multifamily yard sale, you know that's going to be a good one. So that's going to be 309 Schumacher Drive off Highway 21 in Statesville. Friday and Saturday.
Oh,
so
double day.
Don't miss it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here's another one for sale. For sale. This is from Frank.
Okay.
For sale. Rabbit hutch. 2-story rabbit hutch.
Luxury. Oh, living the penthouse life.
Big time.
Okay.
Make an offer. No price on that one. Make an offer.
Okay.
Sleeper sofa.
Okay.
Also make an offer. Also have some beagle dogs that need a good home.
Oh.
So if you're looking to add a pet to your home, we got some beagle dogs. Those are cute ones, and they do that little.
Beagles are the hounding type. Are those hound dogs?
A little houndy. Yeah, they. Oh, they're cute. They're very cute.
Hunters.
Yeah.
Yes. They're kind of low to the ground too.
Mm-hmm.
They like sniff around, so they're free. Not free, but they need a good home. He doesn't say that they're free. Sounds like make an offer on all 3 of these things. So you're gonna call 704-437-1032. Get that rabbit penthouse. And a beagle. All right, you ready for the birthdays?
I think I need them. So this is where we try to delay as much as we can, because every once in a while we get the straggler that calls and says, "You already did it. You already did it." And so now, Alicia, we're just going to try to drive this to the end here. We're gonna end the show with you spinning this prize wheel.
All right, let me read out these birthdays we got here. All right, we
go.
got Cozy Clayton. It's her 5th birthday today.
Happy
birthday,
Cozy.
Cozy. That's from Scott and Joyce Phillips. Allison Yvette Rankins. Her birthday was yesterday. Cousin Johnsy called it in. Thanks for that, Cousin Johnsy.
Thanks, cuz.
And we got Tiffany Payne. Her friend Sylvia called it in. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right, you still have your chance. 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464.
We got some time. We got a few minutes.
Can't say I'm not giving you every chance you can to get on that prize wheel.
That's right.
And we're going to hop to the phones because we got somebody, I think, trying to sell something this morning. Good morning. Thanks for calling the show.
Good morning. How y'all?
Doing well. How about
Doing
yourself?
Great. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you. I've got a Heston round baler for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Asking $2,000 for it. I've got a Kuhn, it's Kuhn, disc mower. It's a 6-foot cut. It's ready to mow. I'm asking $2,000 for it. And we got a Befco V rake, which is, a rake that has wheels on both sides. It's hydraulic, lets the sides down. You can rake 2 rows at once. Asking $1,500 for that. And also I've got about 65 4x4 rolls of hay. It's about 1.5 years old. But it would be good for maybe for cows or goats. Like $10 a roll for that.
$10 a roll. Let's go.
The number to call is 704-902-6043.
704-902-6043.
That's it.
I like farmers. Farmers are smart. You're over here playing the coil. You got some. This is some big rolls
Big
over
time.
here.
Big time
rolls
going
out
on.
here.
Yeah.
Huh? How's everything in the farming world? Everybody all right?
Yeah, everything's good except it's dry.
Yeah, it is dry.
Yeah.
It is dry. We'll pray for rain for you.
That's right, and we appreciate you.
All right, appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
have a
you
good
so
one.
much. Alicia, with your Glo IV spas that you guys do, you were talking about you guys are mobile, right? You don't have a brick. We're not coming to you. You're coming to us, right?
Yes, yeah, it is completely mobile. We come to you guys. Everybody gets a free health screening that's required. Yeah, just to make sure everything is safe and appropriate. And then we come to you, get you comfortable. The nurses are completely experienced, and it's personalized, customized to them. So it really is convenient. We make it just simple, easy, and fast and quick.
Alicia, I love how calm you are because
thank
knowing that
you.
you're going to stick a needle in my arm next, I feel like I need to be calm
What do you do
around
for those people
you.
who are a little bit afraid of needles? Do you ever get those, like this guy right here?
Yeah,
I'm not afraid. I just choose to stay away from them, Alicia.
Well, I know. I understand, and that's totally normal. I don't like it either, but I love the benefits of it. And so honestly, my nurse actually did a quick video a couple of weeks ago about explaining the needle is just to go through the skin, and then that comes out. And a tiny plastic catheter actually stays inside the vein. It's flexible, it's safe. So it really is just a quick pick, a little prick, and then that comes out, and then now you're feeling great in about 5 minutes.
And you have options, right, too, like of what goes into the IV. How does that work?
Yeah, so you basically can choose your goals if you just want to feel good or hydrated, or if you've doing a big race, you want to have like the athletic drip. Everything is customized to really, like, if you want a beauty infusion, if you just want to have like some glowing skin, we can obviously accommodate that. If you've been feeling well, I mean, not feeling well, if you're a migraine for pain, we have something for that as well. So it is really beneficial. It's easy, simple, it's safe. We're under the medical director at all times to make sure that everyone is, appropriate to get the IV.
Well, when you're playing with needles, it's super important.
Well, and then speaking of needles, you've added some Botox. Too,
yes,
haven't you?
absolutely. I know this is so great. We're super excited to add the Botox. It's wonderful. Everyone's been asking for it, and so we're finally here. So basically, you can get your IV drip, and then obviously have a consultation with our injector to have your Botox. So it's kind of seamless experience. You can do your IV and get your Botox, and makes you feel refreshed and confident. And that's what we're all about.
I love it.
I also saw the B12s. People are still doing the B12.
Yes, B12 is really, really good for you. We definitely do the IM injections. We do glutathione, which is great. It's one of the powerful antioxidants that really is good for brain wellness and clarity, but the B12 is for energy and your nervous system and lots of other benefits as well. So it really does last. I feel like it's about a couple of weeks you can do the B12. I think it's like once a month you can do the B12.
One of the questions people have asked, because I've done IV in the past, and I will say
I do it regularly.
Mames
I
is
love
a regular
it.
IV.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah.
Is there a hefty recovery time in the IV, or is it kind of like when you get it, you can just go? Like, what do you find with
no
people?
recovery. Yeah, basically, like you just after you're done, you're ready to go. Just continue on with your day. There's no downtime. You feel amazing. You're just full of energy.
Feel better when you're done.
You feel better when you're done. You have lots of energy, and you're ready to go. You really just get it done. It's like 45 minutes, and you're feeling amazing for at least a week or two.
Okay, Alicia, if someone wanted to reach out to you to Glo IV and Spa, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you to book their appointment?
Yeah, they can text me at 910-818-7990, or just go to our website and book online. It's really easy, and that's gloivspa.com, and that's GLOIVSPA.com. So yeah, and also follow us on Instagram as well. You'll find us there, and you can also book.
GloIVSpa.com, GLOIVSpa.com. Okay, prepare. Let's start our wrist stretches. I'm going to go through these people who have called in again, and just to give them some more love.
Hang on, Justin. Can I provide a little bit more relief
If
here,
you
just
could,
to give
please.
people a little bit extra time?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. I had a caller call in with a jazzy Power Wheelchair. He's looking for best offer.
Okay.
The number to call, 704-929-9303. Again, that is a Jazzy Power Wheelchair.
I'm familiar
Best
with that
offer.
game.
Oh,
I
it's a
debate
great
it every
brand.
time I go into the grocery.
Absolutely.
Every time I go.
704-929-9303. Carry on.
Okay, so the Jazzy Power Wheelchair, 704-929-9303. Don't forget about the yard sales tomorrow. Let's go through each of the names. You got a couple over there. I got one here. 330 Mitchell Ave in Statesville tomorrow, 10 to 5, multifamily.
Yes.
So plenty of gems. What's the other one
And
you
then we got another one. So while you're already there at that multifamily, head over to the other one. 3 family yard sale Friday and Saturday, 7 a.m. until they're all done. 309 Schumacher Drive off Highway 21.
Okay, a few things for sale today. 2016 Kid Yamaha Grizzly electric four-wheeler. The battery alone is $75, but he's willing to get rid of it all for $75. Brand new battery there. And then he's got some fresh pumpkin pies ready to go for you, $16.50 each on the pie. And he also has a nice little setup of a 24/7 yard sale. Items are pre-labeled as far as price, and so he does do the honor system as far as dropping in the bucket. 4914 Thornburg Road in Catawba, North Carolina, 28609.
Let's make sure we get that wheel spun.
Let's get
go
the wheel
ahead.
spun
Go for it,
for it.
Alicia. Spin that wheel.
Read us our names again, Mames.
We
here.
got
Alicia.
Cozy, we got Allison, we got Tiffany, and
All
our
right.
winner is
Cozy.
Cozy, congratulations! You win the prize pack from us right here at Good Morning LKN. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Alicia,
Thank
for
you for
joining
coming
us.
to
Thank you for having me. It
today.
was so much fun. It's good seeing you guys.
You can call in tomorrow, 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. Be sure to call in between 7 and 10 tomorrow morning with birthdays and anniversaries. You get your name on the celebration wheel, and you can win that wonderful prize pack. Excited for Cozy Johnson. Happy birthday, Cozy.
Happy birthday, Cozy.
Don't eat all the donuts yourself.
There you go.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and 0